melody, the harmony, the lyrics, everything that goes into it, the development.
I am Hannah Odami. I bring you details of these headlines and more in this bulletin. Thanks for choosing Join Us. Independent, fearless, and credible. In our first story, major disruptions in power supply are expected to hit dozens of communities in parts of the Accra East, Accra West, Tema, Central, Ashanti and Volta regions as the Ghana Grid Company and the Electricity Company of Ghana undertake planned and emergency maintenance works today. According to advisories issued by the power distributors, the outages will begin at varying times across the affected areas. Despite these several notices, General Manager for External Communications at ECG, Dr. Charles Ni Ayiku says the company cannot guarantee timelines for some of the maintenance works, as engineers are still assessing the extent of the faults and repairs required.
So it depends. You know, for instance, when you look at the issue around the Gridco side, is expected to be completed by 4 p.m. Right? When you look at the other areas that she mentioned, that is the Accra West, because of the fault must be investigated, right? So once we are in the investigations and we are able to ascertain the cause, we'll be able to rectify it and get our customer back online.
Calls have intensified for the release of Bono Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Kwame Bafo, following his detention over comments deemed offensive against the judge. The MPP has described his arrest, together with that of some party members, as an attempt to suppress free speech, while some civil society groups, including Imani Africa, have also criticized his detention. Following reports that Abronya DC had fallen ill in custody, human rights lawyer Martin Pebu has joined calls for his release, arguing the Constitution guarantees the health and dignity rights of persons in custody.
I have no doubt whatsoever that Abronya should be entitled to bail in this case. Remember, I said I don't support his incarceration at this time. I think he should be admitted to bail. What Section 96(5) says is that the D, if he has been charged, they didn't say convicted, the authorities in charge of the facility would take him to hospital, right? Because once he's in their custody, there's even a heightened sense of responsibility on the authorities.
The Accra Metropolitan Assembly has reiterated its intention to proceed with the redevelopment of the 31st December market despite resistance from traders, unsuccessful legal efforts to halt the project, and disputes over relocation plans. However, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly says it is prepared to re-engage affected traders in an effort to address their concerns over the redevelopment and relocation plans. Addressing the media, presiding member of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, Musa Jiyad, refuted claims that traders at the market are being forcefully evicted, insisting the redevelopment is a planned upgrade of the facility. He also stressed that several engagements were held with the affected traders. There's more in the following reports.
For traders at the 31st December market, the redevelopment exercise has created anxiety and uncertainty, as many worry about how temporary relocation could affect their daily sales and livelihoods. Many say there is still no clear indication of how the transition will be managed.
There's no place in Accra where they can temporarily relocate us. This is where we want to remain. They can go ahead and build a story building here, but they should leave the ground floor for us.
However, presiding member of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, Musa Ziyad, says the assembly engaged traders extensively last year.
The first time the project was supposed to commence in August, they came back saying that we should have given them ample time to finish with their goods in December, which we did. Just when the January deadline elapsed, they sought to run to court, and the court threw away their case. As I speak to you, they went to the Jubilee House to present a petition. There has been a letter from Jubilee House asking that we re-engage them again, which the AMA is willing to do. But surprisingly, they have again run to court. And one of the reliefs they are seeking is that they don't want the project to come on.
He further stated that the community center has been identified as a temporary relocation site for traders.
We currently have a place that is called the community center, just opposite the Supreme Court. It's a vast land. AMA is willing, if they accept, it's just containers that they have. We are going to move their containers to that place so that temporarily they can operate at that place whilst we look at completing the first phase and bringing them back.
Now, choral music is often seen as old-fashioned in a generation driven by fast-paced contemporary sounds. But for Evelyn Amoah, it is a world she continues to hold on to after growing up in a family deeply rooted in chorals. In searching for why this music still matters, she discovers a deeper connection to history, identity, and belonging. Here are excerpts from her feature, Born in Harmony.
Some people discover music later in life, but for me, music was already waiting even before I understood it. I grew up hearing rehearsals at home, watching my family sing, and then I fell in love with choral music, and even today, I sing. Guide me, O the great Jehovah. I'm growing in a time where music moves quickly, where songs become popular overnight and disappear just as fast. Choosing something that does not follow that rhythm can feel like choosing to stand apart. So I began to look for answers in the people who have stayed with this music long before me. People like Dr. James Varikamal, who has spent most of his life in choral music.
Choral music gives me the peace I want. It's the most peaceful music. It's the most work with advanced literature.
People often say choral music is for older people.
It's because the devices, the elements used to compose such music are very tough and strong. The melody, the harmony, the lyrics, everything that goes into it, the development.
So when they say choral music is for older people, I do not disagree with them. I just know that I found it early and I'm choosing to stick with it. Evelyn Amoah, Joy News, Accra.
And to ensure portable and easy access to water, World Vision Ghana has unveiled a 5-year plan to bring safe water, sanitation and hygiene to 700,000 people across Ghana, with special focus on the 2 poverty-stricken districts. You find these stories and more on myjoyonline.com. Thanks for your company on the news at 6. I am Hannah Odame.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, so this is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I'll go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mindset be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. Go. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
When I say ABSA, you say yes. ABSA Bakiti, we go say yes this 2026 till your jobs start dropping down. Yes, you listening to me right now. I know you get dreams. A work is here. And a book it well. Like me, I want to buy that Porsche car I've been dreaming of. I move into my dream house. No landlord will say me. Join the ABSA family and let's help you say yes to your dreams with tailored banking solutions from loans, mortgages, credit cards to digital banking and more. Make 2026 the year of yes with ABSA. Your story matters.
Brush, brush, brush. Get to it. Get to it.
Brushing gets more fun with your kids with the new Pepsodent Kids toothpaste. Give your smiles protection that lasts. Grab yours today from a store near you. This advert is FDA approved.
Mom, please can I have some milk in my Milo?
Have you tasted it?
No, but I didn't see you add milk.
Hey, taste it before you ask me any questions.
Hey, milk na chum say.
This is Milo all-in-one. Milo Pampa, cocoa, malt, milk show, everything is inside.
Milo All-in-One already comes with more milk. Just mix with water and taste the nourishing goodness of quality cocoa, malt, and more milk all in one sachet. Milo, the energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
Cast your mind back to 2022. The prices were rising. The stress was high. Every liter of fuel felt like a sacrifice. Do you remember who stepped forward first? When others were comfortable with high prices, Star Oil chose you. We cut our own profits so you could keep your AC on, keep your engines running, and keep your life moving without the heavy burden. We gave you room to breathe when things felt tight. Because of you, our Star Savers, we became #1. Today, the pumps are a battleground. Others are finally cutting prices because they have to. But Star Oil, we do it because we want to. Don't just chase a price, remember a friendship. We were there for you then, and with new innovations coming your way, we are here for you now. Star Oil, still quality and affordable fuels for all.
When the bills are mega.
When the plans are mega.
When the pressure is mega.
When the need is mega.
Then you need a mega answer. That answer is Societe Generale Ghana's Mega Loan. Societe Generale Ghana's Mega Loans promo is available to new and existing salaried workers, existing loan subscribers, including top-up customers and pensioners. Get support for personal needs, family priorities, school fees, home improvement, business support, and more. Enjoy big loans, low rates with a quick and straightforward process designed to help you move without delay. Visit any Societe Generale Ghana branch today or call 030-2214-314. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Welcome back. It's 15 minutes past 6. You're still listening to the Super Morning Show here on Joy 99.7 FM. The 6 a.m. news is brought to you by Total Energies. Total will go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Your story matters. It's time for the Joy Business Report, which is brought to you by Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. And my favorite Kofodia ally is here.
Oh, how are you doing? Did you figure out the best of who joined Kofodia?
Not yet, but in due course.
Everybody has answers, let us know.
Right now, my truck, the one I take to the farm and roam the country, has broken down. And so I cannot travel as much.
Oh.
When it comes, I'll go and explore.
Please,
yesterday
please
on my way home,
Mm-hmm.
at a point I parked the car and I wept.
Why?
Because you see, when it rains, the main road is Chaka. The main Adenta Dodua road is Chaka. And I have this shortcut I use all the time to come to work. In fact, even when it doesn't rain, these days I've stopped using the main road because I'm always breaking my exhaust or messing something in the car. So I use the shortcut. The first shortcut was flooded. The second shortcut was flooded. The third one, I saw some water and I just picked a stick and dipped it to see the level of the water, and I thought I could go. I got into the middle, and I realized that there was water coming into my car.
Oops.
And at that point, when I tried reversing, the car wouldn't reverse because I was stuck in mud.
Wow.
And I just stepped on the accelerator like a madman, and the thing went back. Then I parked the car. I was so frustrated, I started crying. That
Sorry,
why
it's a serious issue.
Why must we go through this every time?
It's sad. So
like, why can't we develop the country and infrastructure in such a way that it will not inconvenience us so much? We know that when things are being done, there's going to be some inconvenience.
And this should be basic infrastructure, right?
I just don't get it. Like, we are building a road, and we are building roads around the country, so everybody must be inconvenienced.
So,
when we know that engineering can solve problems, we can build diversions, we can make good some other alternative roads whilst the main ones are being done. I just don't get it.
We are not thinking.
Yesterday, I just went back. I was talking to my friend. My friend was driving from Itiwa to Accra. And when he called me, he was around in Nsawam. And he was using the Nsawam Pokrom bypass. And I was around Nanakrom. And he got to Achimota. And I was still looking for alternative roads to get home because our road was flooded. Katamanso Junction to Katamanso, where the new state housing scheme is. There is Elegant Homes there. They are building a culvert or a bridge. I don't know how long it's going to take. It's not been done. And the place got flooded. And for a road that doesn't have traffic, there was traffic. Then we decided to go behind Regimano Grey to use some shortcuts. Flooding. The main road too was Chaka. Why?
Well, and it wasn't a major rainstorm, so imagine if it was something major.
It rained, and it rained on our part of town. I'm right here, Oyibi areas, and the mountainside. So even though it didn't really rain late afternoon in Accra, you realize that all the drains were full because a lot of water was coming. Why must it happen? And it's happening. Look, Kaswa Road. If you are going to Cape Coast right now, the Cape Coast Road has been diverted through some villages. A road that used to do 2 hours, people have been doing 6 hours, and now there's an extra 1 hour, 30 minutes added to the drive. Kumasi, everywhere. Chaka.
How did you get home eventually?
The same painful looking for shortcuts. Look, you can go out and look at my car. When I came, the security said, your tires are flat. And I said, they were submerged in water, so something might have happened to both my front tires.
It's crazy.
One day, to Sebi on radio. One of these days, we will to Sebi. We can't run a country like that. So this morning, I'm coming to work. I've had to leave home at 4:30. Look at the time I got here. And as usual, there were thousands of people by that Chaka road looking for trotros to go to work. But there's a Ministry of Transport that cannot think of putting in place buses at dawn. Like buses, let's organize a few buses at dawn. Let's even say it's transport subsidy. Let's not charge the people who have to leave home at dawn to get to work early because they don't have any proper means of transportation, and trotros won't work.
I don't think it's come to anybody's
Is Ghana worth serving and dying for? And the small salaries we are earning to, we are not seeing top, and the little conveniences the state can give us to, we can't get. What a country. Anyway, Joy Business Report is coming up. What's up?
Okay, cool down.
I've cooled. I've finished crying my cry, so yeah, I'm done.
No, but I mean, it's a serious issue you just pointed out, and I hope somebody is listening and somebody is willing to act. But we can't continue like this. Yeah.
Yeah. Who are you giving the trumpet to today? Definitely not to the CD because it's depreciated by 8%.
Why don't we do it for us?
Definitely not PBC, even though they've received some 30 million Ghana cedis in funding. PBC, we have to talk about their matter. Produced by a company. It's state-owned, right? How we've managed to collapse PBC in the face of abundance. A state-owned company buying cocoa and commodities. Private companies are doing well. The state-owned company, no. It's almost dead.
Isn't it the story for many state-owned companies?
But PBC's own, it pains me because cocoa is cocoa. Commodities are commodities. It is just trade. Tonaton. Anyway, trumpets.
Let's do it for the Arsenal fans this
We do
morning.
it for the Arsenal fans.
I was hoping to hear your sermon this morning based on what Arsenal...
What I know is that beginning of the season, the Arsenal team sang Joe Metals Medaillon. And instead of Somensa, they said Somenai. And God held their feet and they've won the league. And I'm so proud of them.
Wow.
This is testament
After
of planning.
22 years?
Yes, they've done everything. They put their shoulder to the wheel, the sweat, the pain, and planning and execution. Charlie.
Planning and execution.
They
There's
do
hope for
all-
Ghana.
Yes, there's hope for Ghana.
I had to bring that in.
You want to
Cue
get
from
me
the
to,
Arsenal
you
story.
want to vex me small, but you ever find this? So Trumpet goes to Arsenal?
Yes.
So we say
Trumpets! Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, Ghana's total export earnings hit more than $11 billion in April this year, driven by rising gold prices. Also coming up, the Monetary Policy Committee is set to announce a new policy rate today as some economists push for a rate hold. Plus, UK-based economists raises concerns over high interest rates despite declining inflation and monetary policy cuts. Details coming up. My name is Daryl Kwab. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're safe wherever you are. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidua on KTU Radio. Ghana's total export earnings have reached record levels at the end of April this year. New data from the Bank of Ghana puts the amount at more than $11 billion. Here's more in the following report.
In April last year, the country's total earnings from the export of gold, cocoa, crude oil, and other exports stood at $9.2 billion. Fast forward to April this year, it has jumped significantly to $11.1 billion. The data from the Bank of Ghana showed again gold was the major driver of this record growth in Ghana's export earnings. Gold for the first 4 months of this year brought in more than $6.8 billion. It was followed by cocoa that got $1.8 billion, while crude oil export ending April stood at $1.2 billion. Other exports brought in $1.1 billion. However, on the import side, Ghana spent $5.8 billion to finance its import from January to April this year. The development resulted in Ghana recording a trade balance of $5.2 billion compared to $5 billion in the same period for last year.
Meanwhile, Ghana's total debt stock increased marginally to hit 647 billion cedis at the end of February this year. This is up from 641 billion cedis posted at the end of December last year. The country's debt to GDP ratio has also slowed to 42.2%. Let's still stay on the summary of economic and financial data from the Bank of Ghana, and the country's international reserves have hit $14.4 billion in May 2025. This actually marks a significant spike from the $13.8 billion recorded in December last year. Meanwhile, Ghana's total gold reserves have reached 22.3 tons in April this year compared to 18.6 rather, ending last year. Now, the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana is set to announce a new policy rate later today after meeting over the past 2 days to review developments in the economy.
The policy rate review is coming at a time that there is growing uncertainty about the global economy and its impact on Ghana. So far, the economy has managed to minimize these external shocks, at least for now. But the question is, for how long? Inflation, on the other hand, has seen some marginal spike for the month of April. Therefore, the Bank of Ghana may want to move quickly to contain that by using the policy rate. We should also not forget about the recent pressure on the Ghana cedi, with depreciation crossing 8% against the US dollar. But several economists that we have engaged want the Bank of Ghana to hold the policy rate due to the not-so-good external factors. Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, during the Monetary Policy Committee meeting, charged members to be guided by current development on the global economy when it comes to making that decision. The policy rate currently stands at 14%. The decision taken today, with the impact on the cost of credit in the coming months, as well as the loan that you are currently servicing with that commercial bank.
And we'll follow that for you throughout the day. Economist at Aston University in the United Kingdom, Dr. Sajid Chaudhry, says commercial banks have been slow in reducing lending rates even in times when the Bank of Ghana has cut its policy rate. Speaking at the Institute of Economic Affairs Economic Policy Forum, he said banks continue to maintain high lending rates and low deposit rates whilst limiting access to affordable credit for businesses.
The central bank can use some kind of regulatory measures to persuade banks to really translate those interest rate monetary policy rate cuts into the lending rates. And they can also use the other side, that when the interest rates go up, they should translate that into the higher deposit rates as well. Typically, banks are slow in responding to the monetary policy rates, and they keep the lending rates higher and they keep the deposit rates lower, and their net interest margin basically keeps very high. And that leads to this quite high profits of banks. Some regulatory power that can be used. Of course, in the free market economy, you do not really want to do that. It's really up to banks to really respond. But I think there is a role to play by some stakeholders to translate that reduction in the monetary policy rates into the lower lending rates.
You had economist Dr. Sajid Chaudhry. Non-governmental organization ISODEC is kicking against Ghana's request for an IMF policy coordination instrument, warning that it could deepen the country's dependence on external economic conditions and weaken our fiscal independence. Speaking at a press conference, policy analyst Charlotte Gbogli-Jade argued that the arrangement may rather hurt Ghana's economy.
We reject this assumption. It is not grounded in economic reality. It is grounded in an outdated and ideologically loaded orthodox framework that has consistently served the interests of international creditors over the interests of Ghanaian citizens. The PCI is structural adjustment by another name. It does not provide financing, but it does provide conditionality, and that is precisely the problem. Rather than seeking IMF certification of creditworthiness, Ghana should be building domestic fiscal capacity through structural transformation policies.
You had policy analyst in charge of illicit financial flows at ISODEC, Charlotte Gbogli-Jade. Now, the national president of Ghana National Cocoa Farmers Association, Stevenson Boateng, has dismissed claims that cocoa farmers are involved in the smuggling of beans to neighboring countries. Speaking at the signing of an agreement between the produce buying company and the Ghana National Cocoa Farmers Association, Mr. Boateng maintained that farmers remain committed to supporting efforts aimed at protecting Ghana's cocoa industry.
Smuggling are not made by farmers. We should all note it. I'm saying this because no farmer can even get 100 bags of cocoa, the cost of 100 bags of cocoa, the money worth of that much, and hire a vehicle, whether tanker or articulator, and transport and do the homework on the roads and then smuggle it out. It's the businessmen and their officials, the executives, they are doing this business. I want you to understand that no farmer is involved in this thing.
Other stories now. The Dubai Chamber of Commerce has organized a series of bilateral business meetings in Accra between companies from Dubai and Ghanaian counterparts as economic ties between the two markets deepening on the back of strong growth in non-oil trade. Non-oil trade between Dubai and Ghana has reached $10.78 billion, representing year-on-year growth of 60.1%. Executive Vice President of International Relations at Dubai Chamber, Salem Al-Shamsi, says the mission was designed to strengthen business cooperation and open new commercial channels.
Today's forum creates an important platform to engage between the business communities here in Ghana and in Dubai. It also opens new partnership opportunities that will support long-term growth in both markets. Our delegation today, they are here to explore the local market, build direct relationships, and identify new areas for cooperation.
You had Executive Vice President of International Relations at Dubai Chambers, Salem Al-Shamsi. Now, keeping vehicles on the road is big business, and behind every smooth-running car is a skilled mechanic. And in a time when transportation powers commerce and daily life, auto repair shops have become an essential part of the economy. Today, we take you inside Last Tech Auto Center, where technology, craftsmanship, and customer trust are driving growth and making it a go-to destination for auto repairs. That's the Joy Business Van.
Hello, Joy Business Van. This is Lasisi Oseni, the CEO of Lastec Auto Center. You are welcome to our Amasama branch.
Located at Amasaman in Accra, Lastec Auto Centers built a reputation for servicing everything from private vehicles to commercial fleets. The workshop handles routine maintenance, engine diagnostics, suspension repairs, electrical faults, and bodywork. Like many small and medium-sized enterprises, the business operates in a competitive environment where speed, reliability, and customer satisfaction are critical. Lasisi Oseni is owner.
In auto, especially the bodyworks or accident repairs, most people don't have the good or the proper equipment for accident repairs. Most of the cars come back to me for a correction. We have a diagnostic machine.
For customers, trust is one of the most valuable currencies in the repair business. A reliable mechanic can mean fewer breakdowns, lower maintenance costs, and safer journeys. But beyond repairs, workshops like this also contribute to local employment and skills development. Well, tune in at 1 p.m. right after the Joy Business report for the Joy Business Van on Lastec Auto Center. It would interest you to know that Lasisi sold his first car, a Mercedes-Benz E-Class, to buy his first spraying oven. Hear more on the Joy Business Van. That's 1 p.m. right after the Joy Business report, 5 p.m. on Business Live on the Joy News channel. I see that Kojo is looking at this story. It will interest you because of what's happening to your car.
Tell me about the story again.
That you have to take your vehicle to Lastec Auto Center.
What does he do? I heard Mercedes-Benz E-Class.
Well, that was his first vehicle. He sold it and bought a spraying oven that he's using today. And so, yeah, that's quite an investment in his business.
Give me his number.
I will give you his number.
Because I'm driving an E-Class now.
You want to sell it?
I can't sell it because it's a borrowed car. I said earlier that my truck has broken down.
So is this the one that water entered into?
So I'm driving somebody's borrowed E-Class and water has entered the thing.
Oh God, and the tires are flat.
I have to take it to Lastec and fix it because before the owner calls you for the
quickly,
car.
I'll share his contact. Well,
we are saying you.
Let me do this before I go. Today on the commodity market, crude oil is selling at $110 a barrel. Gold lost more than $3 to open trading at $4,478 an ounce. Cocoa added $116 to open trading at $3,907 a ton. On the currency market, the dollar going for 11 cedis 62 pesos. That's what major commercial banks are offering their clients. The euro going for 13 cedis 50 pesos. The British pound 15 cedis 54 pesos. The Forex Bureau is quoting the dollar at 12 cedis. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com. /business. My name is Darryl Kwal. Thanks for listening. The Super Morning Show continues. I'll share the contact with you. Okay?
Lastec Auto Center.
Yes, please.
I won't miss this episode of the Joy Business Van. I have to see that in Philly. I have to share the contact. I think that for every major road construction, based on our experiences, as part of the contract, a fully fitted auto mechanic shop must be fixed on that particular route.
Yeah.
And people who are trained appropriately must be fixed there. That we can take our car for regular diagnostics and regular fixes because it can pain.
Are you going to do that for free?
No.
Okay.
Look, I've watched a lot of videos of mega engineering, right? Maybe the videos lie, but we see how mega projects are being built elsewhere. We see how major highways are being constructed. Morocco built an almost 1,000-kilometer highway in the desert to open up north and south, right? It didn't cause these inconveniences because at least I have friends who drive on that stretch. Yeah. We've seen things being done elsewhere, in China, in other places. Why must solving a problem create bigger problems for us? And usually the problem we are trying to solve within a certain time band, we are always unable to solve it within that time frame. So we extend the problem we create for the citizenry.
And you are not guaranteed a good job after all that time wasting, right? Because then the road gets back to being bad.
It's okay. But I have a song for the Arsenal fans. Our inspirational song today is for the Arsenal fans and for the Arsenal Football Club.
Okay.
It's Sarkodie featuring Castro, released in 2012. The title of the song is Onyame Shirano. Won't mean say the Onyame Shirano.
I think we are more excited for the Arsenal fans than they are.
No. They are over the moon. Trust
Are
me.
they?
If you listen to some of the interviews, they are too excited. So this is the song. Sarkodie Castro, produced by David Che, Prophet David Che, aka Kewa. Title of the song is Onyamishan. Enjoy this one. And thank you, Daryl.
You're welcome.
It's been a long time coming, finally me do. Tim I meant to tell them what can no move me book. Cat Naza, Buhumia, Kimo Hallelujah. Obey the to me from head of me do. Sir, people know me to be one of the best commodities. If you send me show, but I leave the opposite. That's what my father can do. This be my apology. Go person way to send me a challenge, make you follow me. Cause I believe in one God. And I no pen I'm a corner where I me here passport. Now raise your hands up. Yeah, me some is so king. Get you what you can't stop. People they talk, obey they no go feel maintain. But people the family when me who is a skin pain. Akasa pee, but I'm still ahead of the game. Yeah, I'm on to myself because they massacre the brain. Yes, yeah, more than my be pain. Maybe I'm on holidays or when I'm the weekend. So they be a person with testing intelligence. Move me weak points. I tell 100%. My life a movie. Wanna for enjoy. I bet them my brain. Me young people to employ. Gangster, there's a man who makes a sex toy. What's side hustle? I'm a looking fresh boy. What else?
To me, zero. To me, zero.
Son, my dream was to be a living legend. I'm a to miss an autograph each and every second. I'm a kiss and my fans. As a present, people said that she me more than your reference. It wasn't easy coming up. Charlie pressure and door, so I think I've had enough. So many people told me that what I was doing was crap. Cause I wanted to be big, even more than Tupac. What else? But it was my dream though. I wanna unleash the dragon like Cisco. And I wanted to get myself some new clothes. Of course, I wanted to see my name in the big shows. It was a big fight, but I am a conqueror. Cause I always make it happen, I'm a hustler.
It was a big fight, but us now have conquered. At a point in this song, Sarkodie says, Namesum to say cocaine, you can't stop. The excitement is now everywhere. Even those who are not Arsenal fans are happy because, Charlie, after 22 years, if somebody works hard and gets something they deserve, you just have to celebrate. And so that's our song for the morning, inspirational. Teacher Kofi is here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you?
Well, God is still taking care of his children.
So. And how's your voice this morning?
The late Boateng says, what you see is what you get. So, as you can hear,
you know, when you
trying.
When you lose your voice, some very hot Chris Brown and granola soup with Chris Brown granola soup with moringa leaves.
You're on your own.
I'm telling you, I'm giving you medicine.
Don't worry.
Do you know who Chris Brown is?
I know.
Konkonte with granola soup.
Let's
with moringa leaves in there.
Let's focus on what the
it
doctors,
will fix your voice.
Let's focus on what the doctors have us do.
Anyway, Teacher Kofi is here, but time for Drive Safe. Brought to you by Joy News and the Multimedia Group, supported by Toyota Superior Quality, Imperial General Assurance, Solid Protection. Avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road, and hands on the steering wheel. Be visible, drive with your lights on. That's how to ensure your safe arrival. It's raining. And based on my experiences, I think every person should plot their route home, okay? And find all the possible alternatives that you can get. Because if you don't, one of these days, you'll be driving home and realize that your main road is cut off. The alternatives you didn't plan for may not be readily available for you. So if you want to get home safe, always plot your drive home. Find the alternatives you can use so that in the case of any heavy rains and flooding, you'll not be stuck in town. So do that with your family and figure out how to get home safe when it rains heavily.
Great.
And that brings us to Say It Right.
Yes, we can learn how to say it right. Brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either.
So, Kojo, on Say It Right today, I got a message from Ajwa on Monday night. She says, look, I trust you're doing well, and I've been an ardent listener of Joy FM for the past 3 decades, and my dial ain't changing. However, I need a little favor. Could you consider discussing the word worth it in your next Say It Right? A lot of people mispronounce it as wealth it. Okay. So I felt, let's do this. And, that's when we say something is worth it, it means it's enjoyable or useful despite the fact that you have to make an effort. So it was a long climb to the top of the hill, but the view from the top was worth it. So even though you may have struggled climbing up, once you got to the top and, you took a view, you realized that long walk or climb was worth it.
So it's been a painful 22-year wait for Arsenal fans, but they put in a lot of hard work and resilience, and the climb to the top of the EPL was worth.
That hard work was worth it. It's worth it, Yeah. So I don't know how people find L in that, but look, it is WORTH, worth it.
Not wealth.
No, let's not go there.
So now we know how to say it. It's worth it, not wealth it. Okay, Teacher Govi.
Yeah, so let me say good morning to Ajwa. I only know her name as Ajwa. I'm sure, I know she's listening, and so thank you very much, Ajwa, for helping us to learn how to say it right. But Kwekwa Sante is also here.
Yeah.
Kwekwa Sante.
Yeah, I didn't have a good night's sleep at all. I mean, the thought of describing Arsenal as league champions is haunted me for such a long time, and it made me sick that Man City denied us a potential last day drama. But anyway, after 22 years, they've struggled enough. They should take this one.
I wanted them to win. Yes, because why? You've been laughing, teasing Arsenal all the time. Why?
Yes, we should continue.
So my good friend Adam Dixon of VRA, I know he's a happy man now.
Let me give you the fuel tip for the morning. Avoid distractions at the pump. Keep your mobile phone away and focus fully on the refueling process until you are done. Attention is one of the simplest and strongest forms of safety. And this is a message from Comac. And let me say good morning to Casey. You attend Ecole Ronsard. You're writing your final exam today. So we wish you all the best. Casey, and this is from all of us, including your mom, Yan. And newspaper review.
But before that, let me just tell you about Kingdom Books. Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices. And they've introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. What this means that you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of their branches. It's hassle-free, and they will arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time. They offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions have applied at Kingdom. Quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
And from growing businesses to completing that building projects and supporting education of family, many Ghanaians are already doing mega things with the mega loans from SG Ghana today. And it's your turn. With even lower, more competitive rates, achieving your dream is now possible. With SG Ghana's Mega Loans promo, salaried workers of SG Ghana listed companies, pensioners, and eligible customers can access support for personal needs, family commitments, home projects, and more. And there is still time. From now till July 2026, apply and enjoy big loans at small rates and a fast, hassle-free process that helps you to get moving sooner. Visit any SG Ghana branch near you or call 0302-214-314 for more details about the SG Ghana Mega Loans promo today. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you.
All right, let's get into the newspapers now. And the newspaper review brought to us by Syntex Tanker, your stronger, your tough, Kel Chaco Toothpaste, Happy Smile, and Star Oil, quality and affordable fuels for all.
Let's start with the news center, detail-driven news. Diamond Mine gold sales to gold board hit 224 kilograms in support of Bank of Ghana's reserve accumulation. And then yesterday, that big story from the NPP petitioning diplomats on threats to free speech. And then APN calls for Africa-wide mobile money interoperability. Supreme Court allows 14 CSOs to join OSP legal battle. And then PCI to reduce financial dependence on the IMF. That is the Bank of Ghana Governor, Dr. Johnson Isiama.
Okay, so the daily graphic for this morning says VRA Netco staff reject privatization. Mining sector delivers over 2 billion Ghana cedis royalties first quarter. Supreme Court permits CSOs to join suit challenging OSP. And Accra Fireside Dialogue, experts diplomats discuss structural barriers to Africa's global influence. And the back page says Black Stars need belief, not rebuilding. Okay, that's according to our assistant coach, Desar. Okay.
Daily Guide, NPP petitions diplomatic community over political persecutions. Embattled Achim North MP faces Asante Achim North MP faces that court tomorrow. NDC scribe dies in hotel room. Illegal miners invaded Wuntumi Sakonta mine. That is the former deputy minister speaking. And then Supreme Court blocked Gifty Owari's move to halt trial.
Now, the insight for this morning says Kwesi Pratt calls for global reset to correct historical injustice amid demands for reparations. Supreme Court clears CSOs to join suit challenging OSP's prosecutorial powers. And FK company defends massive demolition at Domiabra, insists Gan South fully informed. And Palestinian councillor reaffirms resistance ahead of Nakba anniversary. And Trump in Beijing, the twilight of Western hegemony and the brutal return of history.
The Ghanaian point, criminals can run, but they cannot hide. That is the IGP speaking. Stay loyal to NDC despite hardship. Don't undermine your government. National chairman of the NDC, Sidunke, has been reported to have said on the Ghanaian point. And then, let's build Ghana for Ghanaians. Ibrahim Mahama, as Daman Mine delivers second 100% gold consignment to Gold Board. Abronyo case, I cannot respect a judge who has no respect for the law. Afenyo Makin fires back at GBA and Kwachi Ofosu.
The Inquisitor says credit rating under new IMF PCI. Ghana eyes BB credit rating. Gold Board receives second full gold output from Daman Mine. That's a good one. And TCDA out with minimum producer price for fresh mango for 2026 major season. Health Ministry recruits 6,245 nurses and midwives.
The Business and Financial Times, mining sector delivers over 2 billion in royalties in the first quarter. Dubai Chamber of Commerce organizes bilateral meetings in Accra, and then MTN marks 30 years with $1.1 billion network expansion drive, and then cocoa financing overhaul to gauge market appetite as 1 billion domestic bond strategy is seen as litmus test for debt market trust.
Now the custodian says Apostle Kojo Safu goes home July 30. NPP petitions foreign diplomats, and NDC has failed faster than anticipated. Anodompre fires Mahama's government, and Zoom Lion Kenya to transform Nairobi waste management system. And Piak highlights Ghana's falling oil production. You know, this whole conversation about people going home. When you die, you go home, right? Or we wait till we bury you.
Well. Yeah.
Well, you know, you are seen off nicely.
Yeah.
There's the Yeketwa and the Yekese. You're seen off nicely. Anyway, let's get to the online news review. It's brought to us by Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
And if you're a merchant, if you're a business owner, if you want smooth payments with no stress, Zenith Bank Merchant Pay is the smarter way to get paid. With Zenith Merchant Pay, your customers enjoy the convenience of multiple payment options, mobile money wallets, a GHQR code, or the Zenith Bank account. And for you, the merchant, you receive prompt payment notifications, enjoy instant settlement and easy reconciliation. No delays, no stress, just smooth payments. So sign up today at any Zenith Bank branch and start receiving fast, secure, instant payments anywhere in Ghana. Now, if you go to my Joy Online, Mahama fully backs the OSP. Government rejects secret plot claims. And Ghana's public debt hits 674.1 billion as of February 2026. Gridco ECG announced maintenance across 4 regions on Wednesday, May 20. And OSP's future may depend on constitutional review, Felix Kwachi Ofosu. Do not tarnish your legacy. Okuapin Hima cautions Sophia Kufu amid instrument reports. And free speech cannot ignore accountability or security in the digital age. This is Kojo Pumpini Asante speaking. If you go to City Newsroom, Ghana's public debt rises to 674 billion Ghana cedis. And more stories, cedi weakens 8.4% against the dollar in 5 months of 2026. And reliable energy key to Africa's industrial growth. This is John Jinapo speaking. An abandoned Agenda 111 hospital in Asin Daman overrun by weeds and snakes. Those are some of the stories on City Newsroom. Now, the Ghana's Health Ministry is saying that we've not recorded any Ebola cases in Ghana yet, but we should observe safety protocols.
Let's get into the details. Let me start with the Daily Guide. Embattled MP faces Dutch court tomorrow, and the Member of Parliament for Asante Achem North, Ohene Kwame Frimpong, is expected to appear before a court in the Netherlands tomorrow. This follows his arrest at Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam on May 10, 2026, while transiting to the United Kingdom on a KLM flight from Accra. According to Accra-based CTFM, the legal team has indicated that the MP will challenge the legality of his arrest and subsequent detention when he appears in court. Mr. Frimpong was detained following an arrest warrant issued by the U.S. government on April 26. The MP's legal team indicated that the warrant was linked to an investigation involving the FBI. Although the FBI has not officially disclosed the offenses involved, reports have linked the MP to romance scams and money laundering activities. Majority Chief Whip Roxy Nelson Dafemepo, however, dismissed reports suggesting that the MP was actually have been charged with some of these offenses. So, well, that is the point that is coming in now. Tomorrow we expect that the Member of Parliament will face court according to this report. At least then we'll get to see the full details of the alleged offences and the evidence behind it. And then we'll get to see whether or not the MP will be granted bail, perhaps asked to return to the country while that process goes on.
Great. And the Daily Graphic says VRA Netco staff reject privatization. So staff groups of VRA and the Northern Electricity Distribution Company have rejected a government proposal to introduce private sector participation, PSP, into the distribution of power in the Northern Territory. Now, they said the arrangement would transfer complete operational control to private entities while ignoring the structural challenges peculiar to NEDCO's mandate. They added that the idea was therefore unsuitable for the unique operational context of Northern Ghana, while the model constitutes full privatization disguised as participation. Okay.
So let me do another one. The Damine story, which says that Damine have sold another set of gold to Gold Board in furtherance of the Gold Board's work. Daman Mine Limited, a subsidiary of Jata Holdings Limited, has significantly expanded its gold delivery to the Ghana Gold Board, increasing total sales to 224 kilograms, equivalent to 7,202 ounces of gold in a development that underscores growing alignment between domestic mining output and Ghana's broader reserve accumulation strategy. The latest transaction follows two earlier deliveries by the company owned by businessman Ibrahim Mahama, beginning with its first full production sale in April. At that time, Daman Mine Limited sold 100% of its initial output of 103 kilograms directly to Gold Board. The company subsequently followed up with a second delivery of its entire production of 121 kilograms of gold, bringing its cumulative shares under the arrangement to 224 kilograms. The two sustained deliveries are being viewed as a major boost to Gold Board's mandate to retain more value from Ghana's mineral resources within the domestic financial system while strengthening the country's external reserve position. So
that's a good one.
Yeah.
And, when we talk about the fact that you need Ghanaian participation in gold, you can now understand. You can understand the fact that, look, the whole large-scale mining just shouldn't be reserved for foreigners. Ghanaians can also engage in large-scale mining. Yeah. And you can see Daman Mine, now being run by ENP, is showing that. It is showing the way. And I think that the government should consider, giving concessions to other entities. I'm not saying just one person should do that. There are other Heath Goldfields and all Heath, mining companies also there. Government can also assist them. Let us begin to think Ghana. And build Ghanaian businesses. For me, that's what matters most.
Yeah, that's what I did on my fellow Ghanaians episode this morning. That listen, IEA's position is sound. We need to back them, and they need to get into that. So
let's go to my Joe online. Ghana's public debt hits 674 billion Ghana cedis as of February 2026. And the story says Ghana's public debt stock increased to 674 billion as of February 2026. This is equivalent to 42.2% of GDP. And in dollar terms, the public debt stock stood at $63.1 billion in February 2026. Now, still on my Joy Online, we're also being told that our exports hit $11 billion, and that is largely on the back of the increased revenue we are getting from gold. And that story is also on my Joy Online. It says that Ghana's exports earnings hit 11.1 billion on surging gold prices. The story says basically Ghana's total export earnings reached 11.1 billion by the end of April 2025. That is $1 billion, driven largely by rising gold prices and strong export performance. And this marks an increase from the $9.2 billion recorded during the same period in 2024. Winston, you read a story earlier about TCD announcing mango prices for the season. With mango season coming, we also expect to export a lot of mangoes to Europe and North Africa, which will also add to our export earnings and our export revenue.
Yeah.
Let's do some politics story now. I brought in your case. I cannot respect a judge who has no respect for the law. That is Afenyo Makin firing back at the GBA and Kwachi Fusu. Minority leader and MP for Efutu, Alexander Afenyo Makin, has defended his criticism of the Circuit Court judge handling the case involving NPP's Bono Regional Chairman Kwame Bafo, insisting he cannot respect a judge who, in his view, fails to uphold the law. Mr. Afenyo Makin's response follows condemnation from government spokesperson Felix Kwachi Fusu and the Ghana Bar Association over his earlier remarks about the judge presiding over the Abronya case. Still on that story, the NPP is still speaking. The youth organizer NPP will make Ghana extremely ungovernable if harassment continues. The national youth organizer of the NPP, Salah Mustafa, has warned that the party could take actions that would make Ghana, quote, extremely ungovernable if what he described as the continued harassment and intimidation of its members did not stop. And then the last one, still on the Ghanaian point, Supreme Court admits 14 CSOs into OSP constitutionality case. The Supreme Court has granted permission for 14 CSOs to join proceedings in a constitutional action challenging the legality of the Office of the Special Prosecutor. And this is also very important because, as we know, the OSP is not a party to this action. The Noah from Adamte has sued, and the AG has taken a position that is similar to the position of the plaintiff. And the CSOs are now seeking to make that point that, listen, if you don't allow us to file this amicus brief, we will be challenged on that score. So, yeah, that is it with the point, the Ghanaian Point newspaper.
Okay, let me, so Adjoa, who sent me the Sage Writers, the full name is Adjoa Mante. So let me say good morning to Adjoa Mante.
Thank you for sending that. And it's time for the BBC News.
Yes.
Brought to you by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us. Fidelity is bringing you the biggest auto and homes fair. Once again, is 28th to 31st of May 2026 at the Good Park at Accra Mall. So if you're looking for a new car to buy, a dream home, or the latest home appliances to spruce up your space, this is your one-stop shop for the best mortgage deals, expert advice, and unbeatable offers from the auto, real estate, and home appliance partners who will be coming. It's happening Good Park, 28th May, 31st to 31st of May. And just come. It's the Wheels and Home Fair powered by Fidelity Bank. Fidelity Bank, believe with us. Time for the BBC News. Enjoy this. We'll be back.
As chairman of the Federal Reserve this week, he's probably the most controversial pick for the job in modern history. Will he preserve the Fed's long-cherished reputation for independence? Does it matter if he doesn't?
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Coming up on the BBC World Service, The Interview. Conversations with the people shaping our world. With me, Katrina Perry, the BBC's chief presenter based in Washington, D.C. For this episode, I speak to the President of Ecuador, Daniel Noboa. First elected in 2023 at the age of 35, he's one of the world's youngest leaders. He was re-elected last year following his tough military crackdown on violent criminal gangs in the country. He says that cooperation from other countries is essential in the fight against international crime organisations. And he warns of the difficulties they face in ensuring the safety of Ecuadorians.
It is an uphill battle, but it's a battle that we need to fight it. We need to fight it for our kids, for the future generations. It's a sacrifice.
Daniel Noboa. Hear more on The Interview after the news.
BBC News with Emily Thomas.
President Xi Jinping has hailed China's relations with Russia as having reached a new high and ushering in a new era. After talks in Beijing with President Putin, Mr. Xi said the countries should serve as strategic bulwarks for each other. The leaders issued a statement on strengthening their friendship treaty, 25 years old this year. Russia hopes the green light will be given for a massive project to build a pipeline to bring Siberian gas to China. Our Asia business correspondent Nick Marsh says that though China has the far larger economy, each country is useful to the other.
Russia needs new markets. China is an obvious potential customer. China needs to diversify its suppliers, where it gets its oil from. It gets a lot from the Middle East. It gets a lot from Iran, by the way, which is still being continued to be supplied more or less. But now it can get some from Russia. But China's also looking at Russia as a potential market to sell its technology. You know, a lot of it subject to sanctions and controls. Look at Huawei, for example, which has effectively been blacklisted by a lot of Western countries. It started selling massively into the Russian market there.
Health officials in eastern Congo say the current outbreak of Ebola will get worse before it gets better. Arali Bagamba, a lecturer who lives in the city of Bunia, told the BBC people are trying to protect themselves, keeping their distance and no longer shaking hands. He fears the consequences should Ebola spread into camps for people displaced by war.
Our fear is if this sickness gets into IDP camps, it will be terrible, 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 because there are thousands of people living together. Even if someone wanted to, to uphold hygiene, it will be very, very difficult. So luckily, so far, I've not heard of any case in those IDP camps, but maybe it will be just a matter of days.
While conflict in the Middle East continues to push up oil prices, electric vehicle sales are expected to hit new records this year. The International Energy Agency says EVs could account for 28% of all new car sales globally. Matt McGrath reports.
The squeeze on global oil supplies is forcing many drivers to rethink their next car purchase, the IEA says, and early signs suggest growing numbers are switching to electric vehicles. Around 30 countries saw record EV sales in March, with sales up 75% year-on-year in Latin America. The report says falling prices are a key factor. In China, around 70% of electric cars sold last year were cheaper to buy than conventional vehicles. The outlier is the United States, where the ending of tax credits helped trigger a sharp fall in EV sales at the end of last year.
Our environment correspondent Matt McGrath. BBC News. South Korea's President Lee Jae-myung has warned of the repercussions to the country's economy of a planned strike at electronics giant Samsung. The 18-day walkout is set to begin on Thursday after the latest round of talks failed. Samsung, the world's largest memory chip maker, has made huge profits on the back of the AI boom. The governor of Russia's Nizhny Novgorod region, located about 400 kilometres east of Moscow, says 2 industrial facilities are on fire following a Ukrainian drone attack. Gleb Nikitin said 30 drones were shot down overnight, with falling debris setting the facilities in the Kostovsky region alight. Reports online suggest the target could be another oil refinery. In southern Russia, a chemical factory south of Stavropol has also come under drone attack. Officials said there'd been no damage first time around, but it was facing a fresh attack. The President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, has welcomed a provisional agreement by the European Union on removing import duties on American goods. It's a key part of a framework deal reached with the US last year. President Trump had set a deadline of July the 4th for the EU to implement the agreement. Cambridge University researchers believe they now know the reason why the most famous of dinosaurs, T-Rex, had such tiny arms. They say that as the predators developed stronger skulls and their bites became more deadly, their arms became steadily redundant. Dr. Elizabeth Steele is one of the study's co-authors.
If you've got a big skull, you don't need your arms as much because you're tackling big prey, and if your skull is powerful, then you can do that much better. Well, I think this cranial robusticity, which is the technical term, would be really interesting to apply to birds, which are also theropod dinosaurs. Yeah, that's a different line of thought.
And that's the latest world news from the BBC.
Last year was the first. This year, we go bigger.
2.0, Charlie.
Accra, get ready. From the 28th to the 31st of May, 2026, the ultimate auto and homes fair lands once again at Good Park, Accra Mall. Looking for a new car?
Push to start.
Your dream home.
Home sweet home.
Or the latest home appliances to spruce up your space.
Soft life vibe.
This is your one-stop shop for the best mortgage deals, expert advice, and unbeatable offers from our auto, real estate, and home appliances partners. Don't just dream it. Come to Good Park from the 28th to the 31st of May 2026 and own something special.
Save the date.
Wheels and Homes Fair is powered by Fidelity Bank Ghana Limited. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I dey your side, Fidelity.
Glyco Life Micro Insurance customers, hey! Glyco Life damwase, more piafo, ya sumo e konfinche duanai, bonsumuni ya nantiye, ye damwase, ne ya simuse, ye de Glyco Life app abba, ewo mobile phone swa, ama yankita hudie, ayemre. Glyco Life Micro Insurance goes digital. Sese die, uye Glyco Life ejuan koswo, ana Glyco Life enidaswa customer, hiya se ubenya adansidie krata, trese wetua bibi ama Glyco. Die hiya ni se, ube downloadu Glyco Life app no, ana ye agenta, yatituom abefu kwanso, ebe buaw, mwetumi a downloadu ewo phone so. 24 hours, ebre, any baby a wobia, ubetumi etua wuntie ni ama Glyco. Anampo, ubetumi ajusika efri Glyco nchen, abefu kwanso. Sanshisheyi, edi asumdwe, ebebre Glyco Life edwedifo, baby a wo, any ebrebia. Glyco, we cushion you for life.
Ago Kenu Jamba Jamba
Beyond what the mind should know.
Not just another bank.
Syntax Tango! Syntax, hey, I talk very strong. If you want quality, this be where you belong. Syntax, hey, I talk very strong. Oh, gonna shout and sing the song. When the sun they hot, Syntax no break. When the rain they fall, still no shake. Builders they choose and plumbers they prove. Any project you they start.
From the heart of Africa we stand, building dreams across the land. Every step we do your side, helping you rise, taking you higher. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. BOA make your future glow. BOA, we go there for you now.
It's amazing. Mommy just needs to hold a tin of Ideal to know exactly how much milk is inside. Yesterday at the shop, immediately she picked a tin of Ideal milk. She said,
Ideal is heavier now. It's like they've added 15 grams.
Hey ma, you are guessing.
Me guessing? Hashtag DPT.
Mummy is right. Ideal milk used to be 150 grams. Now it's 165 grams, with a recommended retail price of 10 cedis 50 pesos. The 3 on 70 grams is also now 410 grams, with a recommended retail price of 25 Ghana cedis.
Amazing.
Amazing is your mom.
Keep enjoying your favorite Ideal milk. Same Kunku, more Ideal inside. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, my fellow Ghanaians. Presenting to you the authentic firefighter, Sun Cablo Cables. These days, we hear less of fire outbreaks because Sun Cablo Cables, they guard for every Ghanaian. From the building contractor to the electrical engineer, Sun Cablo electrical cables are their best choice. Proudly made in Ghana, Sun Cablo deals in electrical cables, PVC pipes, sockets, and switches of all kinds. With 99.99 pure copper. My fellow Ghanaians, if light won't travel, now Sun Cablo be the motto. Sun Cablo cables are carefully built in different shades of colors to suit the needs of Ghanaians and our weather condition. Always remember to use Sun Cablo quality electrical cables and accessories for your wiring. For bulk purchase of your PVC pipes, socket, switches, electrical cables, please contact 0530-774-774. Sun Cablo from Side Go House. Now we be the plug. Approved by the Ghana Standard Authorities.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302-680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
help me sing. Zing zing, oh yeah. Zing zing, oh yeah. Music go zing zing, oh yeah. I will zing zing, oh yeah. It will make you rock your body. It will make you move your body. It will make you groove your body. I will zing zing, oh yeah. It's your kind of music. It's my kind of music. The move is alright. Let's groove it all night. Don't get so lazy. Yes, something so crazy. Listen to what they say and just help me sing.
This is music from the Marius Band. The title of the song is Ozinzim, and it brings us to 18 past 7. You are live on the Super Morning Show here on Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Kojo, Akoto Boateng. Kweku Asante is with me here in the studio.
Yes.
Wearing white
Kojo.
all the time.
Yeah,
If
Kojo.
I had worn white yesterday, I'm sure by the time I go home, my white will be brown.
And you know, now that the rain is setting in, it means roads that were a bit motorable but not so good are just going to deteriorate, right? I thought that's why we had the drip machines. We've not been using them. Like I
drip
thought
still
we would.
exists.
Oh, it did. The Honorable Neil Antiva.
And he has a manager.
He's the drip coordinator, national
And a
drip
team,
coordinator.
and the machines are there.
He has a head office. And he has district offices across all 216 districts.
Kweku Boa.
Oh, I'm
It
telling
doesn't
you, if you like
exist.
Google
Drip,
it.
drip doesn't exist.
It's there. Drip.
Stop that,
There's
stop
drip.
that, stop that.
And the roads are getting bad. Today like this, people who live in Ashaiman, they just cannot move from
Which
their
part of
houses.
Ashaiman? Which of the various republics of Ashaiman?
All the republics of Ashaiman.
Lebanon,
The states
Hebron,
of Zenu, this, that. You know, they are going to struggle. So the Roads and Highways Ministry, they have to look at that. I mean, what temporal fixes are we going to put in place for these roads that are bad enough, but which we do not have funds to do proper construction yet? If you don't have it, but you need to make it a bit more trouble, because now that it's raining, look at the Abokobi Pantan. They started it, and it's almost like it's abandoned. There's a lot of complaints about it. We haven't heard
Did you
from
hear
the
the
Roads
thunder?
Ministry. Just a boom back.
Yeah.
Even
You
here,
heard
that
it
is
right.
a soundproof studio. You can hear it.
Yes.
So imagine the damage it could cause outside. So we need to look at that. Temporary fixes, leveling some of these roads to ensure that people who live across these communities will be able to move to work and all of that.
Have you been in a Trotsky before during the rains? Trotskys don't have ACs. So you have to close all the windows.
Yeah.
And then it gets hot inside.
Yeah.
And if you're unlucky,
It's dripping.
the floor has holes.
Yeah.
So when you drive through puddles, the water comes inside.
Yeah.
And the ceiling also leaks. And then it will be leaking on you. So you are hot, but you are getting these drops of water.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just drops on your ear,
It's
the back of
crazy.
your ear.
I mean,
have you experienced that before?
I haven't, but I've seen a video this week of people in some trotro.
Yes, I've experienced this.
The entire trotro is drenched. The driver himself, and people are asking, how did that car get roadworthy to be on the road? I mean, they have a nice roadworthy certificate pasted on the glass.
Yes,
you know, and the roof of the car was entirely leaking, and like you said, water coming from down, from top, from side. You know?
Where do you live this morning? Where are you moving from to work? How is your commute? How painful is it? How smooth is it? People in Tema, look, I've received so many messages, and these days they don't send the text, they send the voice note so that you feel the emotion in their voices. Yeah, people in Tema who use the motorway, the Dawenya Road, Charlie, they are just complaining. And I'm right here. There's this guy who moved to my neighborhood 2 months ago. Charlie, the guy has regretted buying land and building a house in Amrahia. So that every day he posts on Facebook. And when he posts, the last time he posted, I just told him that, Chief, sorry, it will be done very soon. Then I took his post and sent it to Oswald Construction that, look at how you are making my friend lamenting.
Oh, Charlie.
And then people who live on this road is not done, the Insawam Road.
Yes.
It's still not done.
Yeah, getting to Insawam proper.
Yeah.
It's not even been leveled. Big part of that road is still very bad.
And then going to Kaswa, Winneba, Cape Coast. Kwame Sowu wrote on Facebook, was it yesterday, that he left Accra at 4 a.m. and got to Cape Coast at 10:30. How? 4 a.m. to 10:30. How?
Simple.
People who are going to Kumasi, let me tell you, Kumasi, when you deal with the Nsawam traffic, and then you use the smooth road on the Suhum bypass, and you use the Chibi bypass, and then from Linda Door, Osino, Enyinim, New JJT, all the way to Nkoko.
Yeah.
Terrible. And then after Nkoko, once you cross the Dadesu Road, right, and you're almost about getting to Asankari, there's also a very terrible stretch there. So I asked myself, the Minister of Roads says we have the money sitting down. We have all the money we need for our roads. You also just mentioned that we have drip. I thought drip had been disbanded.
Well, we just got this one says drip machines are working well in Accra Central, but it's for clearing rubbish.
At least it is doing something. It is clearing rubbish. Look, this is not about me. Sometimes when I talk about my roads, people think I'm hijacking the conversation. I don't want to hijack it. So you tell us where you are. 055 11 11 997. 055 11 11 997. I don't know if we can answer some calls now. 0302 216 541. 0302 216 541. Give us a call. And look, just speak your mind. If you know your taxes were paid last month and it will be paid this month, you've earned the right to freely express yourself about the hardships you go through as a Ghanaian to make a living, to pay your taxes, take your children to school. Me, yesterday when I was going home, I was so sad. I was like, how? How? This is not Haiti.
Oh my Ghana.
This is not Chad. This is not DRC. Just mention the countries.
All the Central African Republics.
It is not a war-torn country. It is a country that has had a stable democracy since Kwaku Asante you were born.
Yes.
We have not gone to war. We have not done anything. We are producing raw materials. We are producing gold. We are producing. People go to work. Simple things that do not take any special intervention we cannot do. Jones is in La. He's on the line. Jones, good morning.
Kojo, good morning. And thanks you guys for the good work you are doing. And I thank you so much. And I share in your frustration. We are all suffering from this bad roads and all the other things that come with it. But you also agree with me that if 8 years of Akufo-Addo have delivered at least 30%, wouldn't have been where we are. And I hope and pray that the big push that is going on would at least solve our problem to some extent. And I know when you watch around, you could see that work is going on. The road minister is also going around, talking to the contractor. So I hope by the end of JDM's term, we will have a better road.
Jones,
Thank you so much.
So are you saying that in 8 years, Akufo-Addo failed and we voted for Mahama? In fact, let me tell you, 2024 elections. Hold on, Jones. 2024 elections, I was one of the proponents of none of the above, that we shouldn't vote for any of them because they were not doing enough. But I went out to vote for John Mahama because I thought Akufo-Addo had messed up. And so are you saying that even in the face of big push, we can't put graders to grade alternative roads as a temporary fix for people to get to work, and we have to drive through puddles of water and wait for 4 years for the simplest of engineering solutions to be put in place? Is that what you are telling us?
No. Kojo, it's not about that. You could see that work is going on. When you talk about temporary routes or alternative routes, they are. When you watch, in fact, I passed through La Teshi just recently, and you could see that work is being done. These roads were all left by Akufo-Addo. When you pass through, what do you mean, Junction Mall? All these things have been done. All these roads have been done, and I know that more are yet to be done. But you see, Rome was not built in a day. How long did Mahama took over? Mahama took over just 2 years ago, and even awarding contracts can take you almost a year before contracts could be awarded.
Thank you, Jones. George is from Tema. George, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hi, good.
You're live on the show. Go ahead, sir.
Bro, good morning. I think I just compare if my life is being or being progressed. I speak specifically about Bridgeley Road, and anybody who lives there will bear me witness to that. We are simply asking the MC. We are willing to buy the laterite. Just give us the machine to level up. In our case, we are not even asking for a third road. People cannot commute to their homes. And what is this? Is the assembly trying to improve our life or making us worse off our life? I mean, you drive home and you get home so late. Look, there's a major road from Bridgeley to Dodowa, Apollonia. It's been abandoned. If all these link roads were being improved, we would avoid using the motorway and some other places. We are asking and appealing to the MC, Katamanso Municipal Assembly, through your channel, that they should come to our aid, because Bridgeley is just suffering. Asking all the residents, and we are willing to support, but why are they not simply coming to our aid and just leaving us on our own to suffer? But when it is election, they find their way to the place to campaign and make all sort of promises. And after campaign and winning elections, we are abandoning to our fate. Please, Kojo, I know that you will carry this story forward for us, please.
Well, I'm in the same soup with you. I'm in the Pon Katamanso constituency, and I cried yesterday, and I should have taken a video crying. Maybe people would have said I was being over dramatic, and so I feel you. I feel you, George.
Yes.
Kwabna is in Tesano. George, thank you. Let me take Kwabna from Tesano.
Kojo, good morning.
Good morning, Kwabna.
God bless you for the good work you guys are doing. You know, I've never been to Ashama, deep Ashama before. Last week I went to Ashama. They say aviation. The person I was going to say, hey, so do they vote over here? And I said, these people over here too, do they, surprise people who live here every morning and go to Accra and Temasi West? Actually, it's fine. The first caller said something. Let me make him think about it. Drip machines supposed to be working in our district and municipals. So if big push is going on, why can't the drip machine be doing the small work? Clearing the roads for the people. And this goes to the opposition. These are the things that the opposition have to be chasing the government to be doing, but they are also there igniting unnecessary confusion in the country. Kojo, people are suffering. No, Ghanaians are suffering. Ghanaians are suffering. A time will come, Kojo, I always say this: we will take stones and things that be chasing our politicians in this country. That kind of emotional attitude in opposition, but when they come to government, they forget it. Ghanaians are becoming wise. Ghanaians are becoming wise. Many cannot pay their school fees. Many cannot do anything. They are going to, but we are just in the country as if, oh, all is well. All is well. Yes, we are doing big push. So why can't you use the drip machine? You said the drip machine, yes. These machines are lying there. And some roads, now we are in the rainy season. Roads have become bazaar. Why can't the drip machine just clear the road and make it just normal way for the people to go? Thank you very much. Good morning.
Thank you, Kwabna from Tesano. Emmanuel is in Taifa. Emmanuel, good morning. Emmanuel, you're live on the show. Hello, Emmanuel from Taifa. Good morning. Looks like I've lost Emmanuel.
Kwabna from Tesano. I mean, Tesano. So when you call from Tesano, I say, oh, Tesano, the roads are good. He's such a patriotic citizen. He's crying on behalf of the people of the Republic of Ashaman. I mean, I don't go to Ashaman most often. But if you go to Ashaman, you see the state of the roads there. Deplorable is an understatement. And we need to fix that. At least level it. That is the point we are making. Level it, make the road a bit more trouble for these people to move.
Let me talk to Ernest, last caller from Taifa. Ernest, good morning. Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm okay physically, but emotionally I'm not.
I'm in support of you spiritually. Because they are talking about big push. They are quite big incompetence, big lies, big jokes in the country. How can we live in the country? I'm so annoyed this morning, all because yesterday I traveled to Kumasi. And then President Kufuor, former President Kufuor, had a vision that he wanted to solve the traffic situation in Kumasi Road. Do you know something? Kufuor did everything to do a bypass from Samum then through to Nkoko. Akufo-Addo came. Akufo-Addo said, no, this needs to, I have to continue. Do the bypass from this. You know, the Akufo-Addo bypass is almost about 70% completion. Instead of you continuing it with your so-called big push, now you are telling us that you want to do another road, Kumasi Road, first one. When will you finish? We are joking in this country. We are joking. I'm so annoyed. This president and this government, they are incompetent.
Kweku, give me 15 seconds or 30 seconds. I want to bring something to our attention. And, you know, when we talk about national development, we also need to think about global best practices. And we also need to learn from history and the things we did that we didn't do right. 24th March 2015, President inspects Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development machinery. President John Dramani Mahama last Friday inspected a fleet of earth-moving machinery procured for the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. The project was called Tour of Hope, which is expected to be a channel to assist deprived communities in road construction. The earth-moving machines, numbering over 150, were procured under an Exim Bank facility and are made up of excavators, graders, dump trucks, wheel loaders, bulldozers, service vans, etc. The president, in an address, was hopeful that the earth-moving machines would be used by the ministry to open up communities that have been cut off due to bad nature of roads. And it's interesting. The Deputy Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Neil Ante van der Poy, said the Tour of Hope project was introduced by the ministry following reports from the countryside where chiefs and opinion leaders complained about the poor state of roads leading to their respective communities. I'm reading this because there was a Tour of Hope in 2015. Inspected and launched on 24th of March.
11 years ago.
Under JM1. Akufo-Addo came and Tour of Hope became DRIP.
Yes.
Now Mahama is back, DRIP is there.
And
the Tour of Hope coordinator is now the DRIP coordinator. Right? So we've spent money on solutions, but the solution is not delivering solutions. And the 150 machines that were bought under Mahama 1, by the time Mahama 2 came, not a single one. And if anybody has done an audit and can prove that the first 150 machines, we maintained them with the service vans we bought, and they were delivering, and we have them in the system now. Let the person prove to me. Now we have DRIP, and people are still struggling. So are we governing, or we are putting people in pain?
It's terrible.
Let's make some small money, and we'll come back to this. We'll open the phone lines again and get to these things. And I can't have my children grow and live in a Ghana like this. I can't have my sons grow and live in a Ghana like this. And we have to just talk about the issues and pull the solutions from the people we pay to solve them for us.
Well, David Sapomifili is listening. He says Adenta is now not even part of Accra because of how terrible the roadside is. Talking about that. Let's talk about the Milo Smart Mom. We don't talk enough about how stressful it can be to figure out what nourishing breakfast to give kids every morning. That's why Milo all-in-one is such a great option. It has creamy, delicious taste kids can't have enough of. But there's more to Milo all-in-one than that rich, milky, chocolatey taste that is so good in every pack. Just take a moment to read the backpack and see for yourself. It's important nutrients combined with malt that supports energy release, cocoa for that rich taste, and milk for calcium to support them as they grow. So keep choosing Milo all-in-one, not just for that special taste, but also for the nourishing goodness. Milo, energy to go further.
And Bank of Africa is inviting you to reactivate your dormant account today. Discover the refreshed range of products and services from our enhanced SME support facility to the convenience of a USD debit card, credit card, and much more. Updating your account is easy. Simply visit any Bank of Africa branch with your Ghana card. And for any assistance, call Bank of Africa on 0302-429-333 or 0302-249-690. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner.
Have you heard about the incredible benefits of Exilium from Total Energies? Let me tell you more about this premium fuel with this amazing 3-in-1 power. Total Energies introduces Exilium new formula, the additive enriched fuel, with its powerful 3-in-1 action that cleans your engine, extends its life, and lowers your fuel consumption. Thanks to the cumulative effects of its anti-corrosion, anti-wear, and detergent additives, Exilium new formula also lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption while reducing carbon dioxide emissions. You will drive, sir. Experience the difference with Total Energies Exilium new formula. Choose Exilium, choose quality.
And if you are looking to source medical equipment or connect with reliable healthcare suppliers, there is a World Health Expo coming up in Lagos this June. You find over 500 exhibitors from more than 40 countries covering medical equipment, pharmaceuticals, diagnostics, and digital health. Everything you need to grow your healthcare business, all in one place. From the 2nd to the 4th of June 2026 at the Landmark Center in Lagos. Entry is completely free. Register now at worldhealthexpo.com/visit-Lagos. Register.
Let's talk about the China-Europe International Business School, offering world-class executive education for ambitious leaders and entrepreneurs. Its global EMBA in Shanghai, taught across 12 countries with unmatched global exposure, ranks number 2 globally by Financial Times and has remained in the top 2 for 8 consecutive years. The full-time MBA, also in Shanghai, shapes future-ready professionals and is ranked number 1 in Asia for 10 consecutive years and number 8 globally. In Ghana, the Advanced Management Program equips senior executives and strategic leadership capabilities, while the Owner-Director Program empowers family business leaders, heirs, directors to scale sustainably. The Women Entrepreneurship and Leadership for Africa, run across Ghana and Nigeria for female leaders and aspiring entrepreneurs to build strong structures and systems for business growth and skill. Join CIBS to gain global insight, practical sales, and powerful alumni network to accelerate your impact. For registration and inquiries, contact 0544-315-238. That is 0544-315-238, or visit www.ceibs.edu/Africa.
Now, one of our friends sent in this message. When they say move to civilization, you won't listen. Greetings from Isla Residential Estates, aka Chado. But Charlie, the road from Chado roundabout to Chado Girl needs urgent attention. Good show and congrats to us now.
Yeah.
You see, it's not about moving to civilization. I want to spend a second on this as well. The president lives at Chado, Mahama Road, so that road was built. The vice president lives in that area. Former Vice President Baumia lives in that area. Kojo, Kroma, all the big politicians, they live in that area. So they built the roads, proper asphalt in the whole vicinity. When we were all crying about low voltage in our neighborhoods, that place was one of the first places ECG took a modern transformer to. When the rest of us are suffering.
Animal farm.
So don't use East Chado or Isla to tell us that it's because the politicians live there. And they're taking a chunk of the national cake to that area when Ashaman people are suffering. But we all pay taxes.
So let's talk about water tanks. You know, the secret to real water storage is simple. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, it is not the correct tank. That is right. The tortoise tank, Syntex tank, is the champion of water tanks. It is strong and durable and built to handle our Ghanaian weather. Rain or shine, Syntex tank has your back. So go outside, check your tank, and if it doesn't have a tortoise on it, it is time to upgrade. Join the Syntex tank family today and enjoy water storage that's tough like a tortoise. Call 0244-335-168 to buy now or find one of our 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexga.com. Syntex tank, strong, tough.
And the Morning Star International School wishes to announce that enrollment for the 2026-2027 academic year is in progress. Programs offered are the Cambridge Lower Secondary, IGSCE, A-Level and WASI, and this award-winning school is located at Dodowa, and they have both local and international accreditation. Enrollment forms may be accessed from the school's website, mostarschool.edu.gh. That is mostarschool.edu.gh, or collected from the high school or basic school campus. Entrance exams is on Saturday, 23rd of May, 2026, and the venues are the Morning Star School Cantonments and the Morning Star International School in Dodowa. Be a part of an enriching learning community where the tradition of excellence continues. You can call them on 0243-758-795 or 0303-975-628. Morning Star, arise and shine.
Planning a trip abroad? Don't wait until you are stranded in a foreign country. Get covered with Glyco travel insurance before you fly. From medical emergencies and flight delays to lost luggage, Glyco has you covered every step of the way. Visit any Glyco Live branch or call 0555-305-547. Travel smart, travel protected. Glyco, we cushion you for life.
And the Ghana CEO Summit and Expo, the 10th edition, is coming up on the 28th of May 2026 from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the prestigious Kempinski Hotel, Gold Coast City, Accra. It's themed Accelerating Ghana's Economic Transformation, driving both reforms through leadership, technology and industrialization, from vision to action. The president will be there. He is the special guest of honor. He will launch the CEO Government Compact 2026. And the summit highlights include presidential CEO business dialogue, CEO masterclasses, and business case panels, the CEO Connect and Corporate Expo. And if you want to register, you go to GhanaCEOSummit.com or you call 054-639-1 1970. Email info@GhanaCEOSummit.com. Inspired by the CEO Network Ghana in partnership with Deloitte, PwC, EY, Margins ID Group, KGL Group, GIPC, SIGA, University of Ghana, Media General, and Multimedia Group. Now, the 10th Ghana CEO Summit and Expo is a decade of leadership and impact, a future of possibilities. We are going for a quick break. When we return, we bring your birthdays, we bring your sports, and later on the show, after 8, we'll get deeper into these conversations about your roads, about your earnings, salaries, about poverty in Ghana. All coming up. We have your messages. We are going to read them, so don't worry. We'll read all your messages here on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us.
Charlie, dream I'm nice. I get some serious meeting. Allah, motion. But Charlie, no credit today. Oh, but you relax. Momo day.
Hey, what funny.
Yes, so I borrow small, sort myself out, I pay back. We move. Spot there. Ah, Charlie, you sure say you dey pay back? Yes, so that anytime somebody else they need them, Momo day. Be like I for can't borrow some more. Hey, you this boy. Don't go there and disgrace yourself. Allah, motion.
Responsible borrowing be the real flexo for today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. Borrow, sort them, pay back. Momo day.
For 130 years, Standard Chartered has been there for Ghana and for you, supporting your financial aspirations and driving your business ambitions, opening doors to new possibilities, turning small dreams into big realities, and bringing banking to the palm of your hands. For 130 years, we have been there, empowering the next generation to soar higher. And as always, we believe we can achieve even more together. This year, as we celebrate 130 years of operations in Ghana, we look into the future with you because we are bringing 130 years of expertise to power your wealth and business ambitions, 130 years of heritage to power your aspirations. Let's partner for progress. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
And it's time for your birthday messages, and birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by
MTN.
Everywhere you go, Bank of Africa, BOP from Bank of Africa. It offers you a hassle-free solution for fee collection and other payments. Call us or chat Fafa at boaghana.com for more details. This morning, I've picked calls. There are a lot of your messages, and there's a lot to do on the show. So please pardon me. We are not going to read the birthday messages now. After the sports, after Business Center, we'll take time to go through your birthday messages and also your messages on the roads as well. So please pardon us that we are not reading your birthday messages now. We just want to bring you the Sports Center, and then we'll do business minutes, and then we'll take time to go through all your messages, including the birthday messages. And that brings us to Sports Center, which is brought to you by MTN. Switch to MTN's eSIM. Download my MTN app to go SIMless today. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. And DSTV, the biggest football tournament is here, and DSTV is giving you front row seats to all the action live. It's the FIFA World Cup 2026, and it's that time when everything can wait. Even sleep can wait. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
For over 130 years, Standard Chartered Bank has been more than a bank. We've been a partner in progress, from helping establish Ghana's financial system to building businesses and connecting them to the world, from helping generations grow and protecting your wealth to powering innovation and helping communities thrive. Today, we stand on 130 years of heritage to power your ambitions and unlock opportunities. 130 years of expertise to drive cross-border connections that move business forward, support your financial and wealth aspirations, and to sustainably impact communities. As always, we believe we can achieve more by partnering together. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And you know how we do it. When you cross over, graduation, big win, new arrival, your people must dust you with powder. That's exactly what's happening right now thanks to MTN. People are upgrading to 4G, and trust me, The powder is flying everywhere. Grab the brand new HMD Arc for just 899 Ghana cedis. Enjoy free 2.5 gig data every single month for 6 months. New phone, fast 4G, nice pictures, free data, more social media every month. Once you Kojo there, before they say it's only you left. Visit any MTN service center and dealer shops nationwide to grab your HMD Arc today. MTN everywhere you go. My brother, Fentio Tahiru. Fentio.
Oh, Kojo Boateng. Today, everybody is an Arsenal fan. All the Arsenal fans are taking all the shouts. They say that if I come on the show, I should only give shouts for the next 10 minutes. Only Arsenal fans. So congratulations to all the Arsenal fans. 22 years. In fact, I'll do roll call. So if you are Arsenal fan listening to me, you better send your name now, because after this show today, Arsenal fans, the celebration is over, because after today we are moving on. Good morning to all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Fentio Tahiru Fentio. Coming up,
True fair with real energy and determination. True fair! Brilliant goal! This is what.
Yes, those are Arsenal fans and Arsenal players celebrating. That was after they ended a 22-year wait for a Premier League title. The championship was confirmed after Bournemouth held Manchester City to a 1-1 draw last night. We'll tell you more on that a little later in the bulletin. But first, Ghana has been placed in Group D of the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers, a group many described as the group of death following Tuesday's draw. The Black Stars are looking to make a return to the tournament after failing to qualify for the last edition, the first time that happened in over 2 decades. There's more in this report.
The draw, which was held at the headquarters of the Egyptian Football Association in Cairo, will see the Black Stars battle former African champions Ivory Coast, Gambia and Somalia for a place in the tournament, with the top 2 teams qualifying. Black Stars will be hoping to make a strong start to the qualifiers after failing to win any of their matches during the qualification campaign for the 2025 AFCON. Disappointing run that saw them miss out on the tournament in Morocco. Meanwhile, CAF has condensed qualification schedule due to the short period before the finals. The opening 2 matches are scheduled for the FIFA window from September 21st to October 6th, while match days 3 and 4 will be played on November 9 to 17. The final 2 rounds of qualifiers will then take place from March 22nd to the 30th of 2027. The 2027 edition of the tournament will be jointly hosted by Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda in the first East African co-hosting arrangement in the competition's modern era. The tournament is scheduled to run from June 19 to July 17. Ghana's last participation in the tournament came in 2023 when the team suffered a disappointing group stage exit under coach Chris Hughton.
That's Razak Musbah's report. And remember, only the top 2 in the group will qualify for the tournament. Still on the Black Stars, a second-string team is ramping up preparations for Saturday morning's friendly game against Mexico in Puebla. That game is at 2 a.m. on Saturday. Some players in that team have an opportunity to audition for a place in Ghana's final squad for the 2026 World Cup. One player that was highly tipped to make the squad and possibly gate crash his way into the Black Stars squad is Augustin Boache. But the Saint-Etienne midfielder will not be able to make the trip because his club is involved in a League One playoff match over the next weekend. And so he's decided to continue to stay with his club so that he can see out that qualification playoff match. Meanwhile, it's make or break day for Ghana's under-17 national team, the Black Stars. They're up against South Africa tonight in their final under-17 AFCON game. That match is at 7 p.m. Anything short of victory means their hopes of progressing to the next round and qualifying for the under-17 FIFA World Cup are virtually over. They drew their first game 2-2 against Algeria after giving away a 2-goal lead before they lost to Senegal in their second game, despite Senegal having the man sent off in the first half. They're now bottom of Group D with 1 point and must beat South Africa in order to stand a chance of progressing. Now, Away from that, to track and field events now, that's where Sports and Recreation Minister Kofi Adams described the just concluded African Athletics Championships as a massive success. The competition held here at the University of Ghana Stadium was marred by technical challenges and athlete complaints about food and accommodation in the first 2 days, but ended on a high note.
Many federations have commended Ghana for the hosting of the 24th Senior African Athletic Championship. Some have indicated, one Ethiopian medical officer indicated he has been with the team for 38 good years, has gone to almost about 6+ Olympic competitions, and have attended a number of African Games and Athletic Championship. He has not seen a very properly coordinated activities like he witnessed.
That's Kofi Adams. He was speaking at a press briefing yesterday. We'll have more on that press briefing in subsequent bulletins. But one issue that he's also been forced to address is the leadership battle with the Ghana Swimming Association, with attempts to elect new leadership stalling after several attempts. Now, the Sports Ministry sought to resolve this by reaching out to World Aquatics, the world governing body for swimming, but its suggestion for a normalization committee to be set up has been rejected. Yes, the background to the impasse by Muftar Nabila Abdullahi.
The Minister of Sports and Recreation wrote to World Aquatics telling them that he wanted Ghana Swimming Association disbanded and that a stabilization committee should be set up. He gave World Aquatics Committee 25 days to disband the leadership of Ghana Swimming Association, or else he was going to set up a committee to oversee the governance of swimming in the country. This letter was written on April 29, and on May 8, World Aquatics responded to his letter, telling him that they were never going to disband the leadership of the Ghana Swimming Association and that they are the only body recognized by World Aquatics. They also indicated in the said letter that the Swimming Association is an independent institution and that government interference would not be accepted, or else Ghana will be banned from participating in future events. Well, the minister says, despite the letter from World Aquatics, his office intends to fight the current leadership of Ghana Swimming Association and that the recent election that they organized will never be recognized.
We have initiated a process to reach out to them because from their response, it is very clear that they did not have understanding of the issues. They have been misinformed, and usually federations love to hide under political interference and political this, political that. That's the first thing they want to do, even where there is no where even they are the ones that are doing things against the laws of the country where they want to operate. Look, me seated here as minister was nominated by the Ghana Swimming Association and African Aquatics to be honored as a great ambassador of their cause. So since when did I switch from being a great ambassador to now becoming an interfering agent?
As the sports minister on the Ghana Swimming Association issues, it's really turning out to be a very messy situation, and we'll continue to monitor that closely as the days unfold. But let's head to England now. That's where thousands of Arsenal fans flooded North London on Tuesday as the club secured its first Premier League title in 22 years. The title was confirmed without Arsenal playing at all after second place Man City were held to a 1-1 draw at Bournemouth, capping a campaign the Gunners had led for most of the season. Players gathered at the club's training ground to watch the match, and social media footage showed them celebrating wildly, embracing as their 14th English League title was confirmed. Bukayo Saka clapped back at critics while speaking in a video recorded by his teammate Julian Timber.
Wait, what I'm about to show you? Light that up. Hey, let me tell you something. 22 years there was laughing, there was joking, they're not laughing anymore. Look, it's going to be shining, look. It's going to be shining bright. Yeah!
I can imagine many other Arsenal fans, even across the globe, doing that. Certainly in London, fans streamed out of pubs and houses and gathered outside the club's Emirates Stadium, setting off fireworks and flares while chanting, "Champions, champions, ole, ole, ole."
Last time Arsenal won, I wasn't even fertilised. 21 years of age. Listen, the greatest day of my life at the sports clubs is nappies. Nappies! 22 years we've been waiting for this. Look at the streets of London. No club can do it like this. No club! All of the boys done us well, but there's only one man that I got. I just want to give a shout out to Super Mick Arteta. He knew what he wanted to do. And one player. Listen. Listen, boys. Exactly what we did. Boys. There was conquerors, and there's Mick Arteta. He knows what he wanted to do.
Super Mick Arteta, in it. Congrats to all the Arsenal fans from around the world here, certainly here in Ghana. Lots of them. Clementia, very big congratulations to you. Kokwi, Salome, and Samens, and Gabio Chidako, and so many Arsenal fans. Patrick Lawe, Palam, and all the Arsenal fans. Big congrats to all of you, of course. And certainly the celebrations will continue for the longest. And Nishawe, all of you, very big congratulations to all the Arsenal fans. Yesterday, Chelsea also played against Spurs. They won by 2-1, of course. And Pep Guardiola, he said after the game that he has 1 year left in his contract, despite all the speculation that he could be leaving. He's adamant that he still has a year left. And before we go, certainly there's Europa League final later tonight. Freiburg against Aston Villa. That's at 7 p.m. Tonight. We'll see who wins the Europa League. Kojo, Akoto Boateng, back to you.
Thank you. All I'll say about the Arsenal thing is people should learn how teams like Arsenal have built consistency, no debt, a great academy, a great system, and they've gradually risen to the top. And it's possible they may stay at the top for a very long time. They are not as indebted as some of the other clubs we know. Is Arsenal as indebted as Barca?
Of course, no one is as indebted. No one is as indebted as Barcelona.
That's the point I was trying to make. Anyway, thank you so much, Fent, for bringing us the Sports Center. Time for Business Minutes, which is brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts. If you are looking for fuel-efficient diesel generating sets, sizes ranging from 5 kVA to 3,000 kVA at competitive prices, talk to Anointed today. They give you a 5-year warranty, and they also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generating sets. And their services include, but not limited to, 24-hour emergency services, reliable rental services, spare parts, professional advice, sale of tower lights, and rental as well. And they're also into skill training. They have a training school that trains students on generators and plants, auto mechanics, electricals and controls, and solar installations. And they offer 80% hands-on training and 20% theory. So call them 0243 480 334, 0246 423 534, or find the head office at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. They also have 21 branches nationwide. Anointed are the generator experts. Time for Business Minute.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts. Ghana's Monetary Policy Committee is expected to announce a new policy rate today after concluding a 2-day meeting to review developments in the economy. Analysts are closely watching the decision for signals on inflation and interest rate direction. Meanwhile, Ghana's total debt stock has increased marginally to 647 billion cedis at the end of February this year, up from 641 billion cedis recorded in December last year. However, the country's debt to GDP ratio slowed to 42.2%. In trade, Ghana's total export earnings hit record levels by the end of April. And elsewhere, China has confirmed plans to purchase 200 Boeing aircraft following talks between US President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing last week. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
Hello, my name is Lexus Bell, and EcoBank is revalidating customer information for mobile app transactions to improve safety and convenient access. Customers are encouraged to confirm their mobile app details by texting or calling 0500,000 247 now to remain active. The voice you just heard wasn't mine, it was AI. And if you fell for it then, like play, you could have just been scammed. EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details. Pay attention to the details.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me.
Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat? I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA. Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Me don't fue many Gina wo. Awoyi wa mama kai. Me don't fu bio wenseja. Me don't fue many Gina wo. Orin friend me don't fui mami yo. Oren chane dem ma pino. Na baby me kwe yidie. Osana mi swai. Orin friend me don't fui mami yo. Oren chane dem ma pino. Na baby me kwe yidie.
This is a song from the great Bessa Simon's. Title of this song is Awoyi. Awoyi Mamakai Medofo. Medofo Menye Jinawo. I hope this song is at least reducing the stress on you this morning in traffic while it rains. It's 4 minutes past 8. Fento is still with me here in the studio. Kojo is also around. And today, our big story, we are looking at the rains. We are looking at our access to our neighborhoods and communities and our homes. The stress you go through on our roads every day. And then we're also talking about our salaries and our earnings and poverty and inequality in the country as well. I'll also be talking to the director of Institute of Leadership and Strategy this morning. All coming up on the Super Morning Show. Some of your messages this morning. This one says, check from Community 22, Afariwa Junction to Ashaiman, New York and Washington. Kojo, you will weep. Philip Teria in Medina is asking, why can't contractors work in the night to speed up the work they are doing? That is Philip Teria in Medina. This one says, PS Global through Community 26 to free zones should be graded. Also to Dawenya. This is a message, you didn't add your name. The last time I went to Tema and I went to the Tema oil refinery area. An industrial zone where they produce a lot of things for the country, employ people, goods, and the road. And I saw the abandoned concrete road. That's Ghana. Anyway, let me read more messages. This says, I'm Eli from Abokobi Pantang. Road construction in the area has been ongoing for a while now, but the schedule and the approach of the project does not look favorable. As at now, all grading work done has been reduced to what it was before. Gutters are being clogged with sand from the internal roads, and more trenches and potholes are being formed on the roads as a result of erosion from the rain. We urge the Municipal Assembly to get back on the job, level the roads and put preventive measures in place to prevent the progress from being nullified. This is Eli from Abokobi, Pantang. Zachary says, I live in Zenu and work in Tema. The road from Atadika through Zenu Hospital, Boateng, Star Oil to the Ashama Newtown Junction is very deplorable. Even using the drip machines to grade the road by KKMA CRA is a problem. The MPs of Ashaiman and Pon Katamanso must sit up. This is Zachary. Now that road, if you are coming from, say, Ebri, or if you are coming from Ayimensa, and you are going to Tema, you don't have to hit Accra Mall. You can use that Ayimensa road all the way to Amrahia, then use the Pon Katamanso road to Ashaiman through Zenu. You can hit Tema. But I don't know why we've left it the way it is. This one says, Kojo, I live in Palace Town in Anya. The road to Palace Town is very terrible, and it's been like this for ages. I don't even want to talk about the Cape Coast Road, which has been under construction for years. This started with Buduburam. Why do we do this to ourselves? This is Esther from Palace Town. Now, Zuberu says the contractor on the Winneba Road is so, I won't add the rest. Completed portions are closed for use, whilst the side road available for use has become so terrible after the downpour. The contractor doesn't care to even shape it for us to use. Cars get stuck in the mud, creating so much pain for motorists. This morning was so terrible around Buduburam. Just observe any car that uses that stretch, and no one will tell you their cars are dirty and muddy. And this is Zuberi. Zuberi, me, I don't wash my car. Sometimes my car goes very dirty. When I come to the studio, the security men ask me why I don't want to wash my cars, because I washed the car today. I'll go and drive through that mud or that dust and have to wash it again. And that 20 cedis a day to wash a car, 20 cedis a day times 5 is, in fact, some days they take 35. But let's say 20 times 5 days is 100 cedis. Times 20 days in the month is 400 cedis. That is 50% of somebody's salary. I can't afford to do that. So I don't wash it. And I really feel you. Now this message says, good morning, Kojo. You are so wrong about Chado. You are so wrong, Kojo. And the message said, my dear Kojo, you are so wrong. I live in Chado. From the Chado roundabout, and when you turn right, half the road has been eaten up. The guy who sent you the message is right. Those of us who don't live near the president or Baumia or the politicians, we are suffering. There is a good Chado and there is a bad Chado.
The classism. Explain them to me. What's the good one, the bad one?
The good one, no. Mm-hmm. From the Major Mahama roundabout heading to Chado.
Yes.
If you look to your right, there's the chain homes and all the development behind
I
chain
see
road.
that one.
It is good Chado.
Okay.
Their asphalt is as thick as B. Foster bread. And then if you go to the left, it is bad Chado. But when you get to the roundabout and you take a left, like you're going to the ICGC area.
Yeah, the place that will lead to the Labadi Beach Road.
That is also competing for bad Chado. But when you take a right, like you're going to the Zenith University, those places are also trying to join the good Chado because the politicians, So there are two different types of Chado. So Chado people, I'm wrong. In fact, the person who sent me the message lives on the good side of Chado. That's why I went all out and said Chado. So I'm wrong. Forgive me. Yeah. Bad Chado people, forgive me. Good Chado people, do better. Sami, can we do some of the birthday messages before we have the? Okay. I have some 2 minutes, so let me try to do some of the birthday messages. Oh, okay. Let me do it later. Okay. I'll do the birthday messages later. But this message says, from the Spintex Melcom through Furniture City, the right side of the road towards the roundabout near Palace is eroded. Please, who is doing the fixing? Obviously, the contractor did a very bad job. And this one says, good morning, Kojo. I live at Awoshi Atlas, Bethesda. Our roads are washing away at a fast pace. If the rains continue, we might not be able to drive home anymore. And this one says the Botre Highways Lakeside New Nation Road is also in a terrible state. The Botre Highways Lakeside New Nation Road.
It's bad, though.
It's like the road to Golgotha, and we need to fix it. So this birthday message says, to the heart of our family, Mama Esther Anson in Dansuman, your love has been constant rhythm of our life. Wishing you, Mama Esther, a 76th birthday. Thank you for being our anchor, our guide, and our best friend. Happy birthday to our sweet mother from your children and grandchildren. What I'm going to do is I'll go for a break, yeah? When I return from that break, I'll talk to Institute of Leadership and Strategy. After that, we'll get further into your roads messages. And maybe after everything, we will compile all your messages and just send a simple message to the Ministry of Roads for them to get feedback directly from you. And then we'll talk about salaries, earnings, and related matters here on the show. Now, Big Stories on the Super Morning Show is brought to you by Telecel Connecting Energies, Cowbell Coffee, with you every moment. And there's good news for you from the Telecel family. The Telecel family has very, very good news for you. They've got something special just for you. Starting this and every Wednesday, when you buy your first data bundle on the Telecel app, they are giving you an extra 25% bonus data, absolutely free. That's more browsing, more streaming, more chatting, and all the things you love without spending extra. So don't miss out. Download or open the Telecel app this Wednesday, buy your data bundle, and get your 25% bonus on your first purchase. Telecel is keeping you connected and giving you more value every day. Telecel Connecting Energies, and Cowbell Coffee is also here for you. You know, the moment when the alarm rings and life is already asking you questions, yeah? You start thinking about your road, then about traffic, about work, about everything. Campus, office, the hustle, dreams waiting to be chased. Look, those are moments when you need something that helps you show up and keep going. And that's why Cowbell Coffee stays with you and me every single moment. We know success doesn't happen overnight, so let's be with you through the little moments, the early mornings and the late nights. Cowbell Coffee, deal with you through it all. Cowbell Coffee with you every single moment. Quick break. When I come back, there is more on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us.
There are many reasons to connect, and it's all to put smiles on the faces of those you love.
Daddy, thanks for the tea cash, okay? I love you.
That's my daughter, Angela.
Meba Kojo, Yami sure why? Tea cash naba. No papa ina dawasi.
Caring for my parents, that's my duty. I also get to pay my utility bills easily with Telecel Cash. And to the suppliers at my shop.
Hello, sir. Telecel Cash payment received right on time. Thank you.
I get to make them smile because I can pay to my suppliers' merchant numbers, even on other networks directly. My dear ones.
We keep the connection stronger when our family, friends, and business relations are happy. Live on cash, enjoy convenience, and make those who matter smile when you send them money with Telecel Cash.
Telecel, connecting energies.
You can't deny it when you taste it. The rich, creamy goodness of Cowbell Coffee. One sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell Coffee. Taste it and you love it. It's a special feeling. One sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell Coffee.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell Coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, sir. Please check the round tickets you made me purchase for our Canadian partners arriving this weekend.
Something is eating me up though. I still don't know a decent welcoming place where we can host our guests.
This is no issue at all, sir. Let me introduce you to Ghana's best kept secret when it comes to a perfect accommodation, and that is Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartment located at Bawe Zero.
Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartment? Tell me more.
Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartments is a destination that everyone instantly falls in love with the minute they enter. They have beautifully designed 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms, fully equipped kitchens, ultra-modern stylish living area, high-speed Wi-Fi connectivity, and an elegant rooftop lounge. Anointed Airbnb has 24-hour professional security, reliable standby generator, and an exceptional customer service and more.
Wow! Please make reservations for our guests right now.
Absolutely. If you ever think of a destination for work retreats, vacations, family events, or weekend getaways, always choose Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartment. Find them in Accra at Bawe Zero, Faith Montessori, or book ahead on 025-638-9193 or 025-649-2415. Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartments. Class, luxury, and lifestyle redefined.
Frustrated with outdated banking experiences? You deserve an app that makes your life easier, not harder. Say hello to the CBG mobile app, your new cool way to handle everything banking. With biometric security, lightning fast mobile money access, and one-touch bill payment. Banking has never been this smooth. Stop imagining when you can live a life where your entire banking world is in your pocket, ready whenever you need it. No stress, no fuss. Don't settle for less. Experience a more superior, convenient way of banking today with the CBG mobile app. Banking made cool, fast and secure. Welcome to the good life. CBG. We stand with
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
I offer you nothing else. Girl, you don't get any issue. Then I go hold you well. And I go do anything that you wish you. Me share my boss, so don't blame me for you. No, here's a tomorrow. Somebody else come take you for you. They do me lomo. This thing no be normal. You no want to do more. This don't give me trouble. You they do me lomo. This thing no be normal. It could be my lover. You really be like Boateng. Pick you up in the foreign. Bring it on what is on your mind. You're begging to say Bonnie and Clyde, babe.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on
You
Joy
and I together, so we go together. See me pose, no Abiana, we pose, see a fly, me say nah. Life in with you, girl, me love it. Dying with you, tell them forever. Will I live? Who be some say nah. Diamond rings in your body, darling, come find me.
This is Black Sherif and Kiddy with the song Lomo Lomo. You are still listening to the Super Morning Show here on Joy 99.7 FM. Sammy, I've been getting a lot of messages. The people who live on the good Chado side, they are side-eyeing me. And the people who live on the bad Chado side, they are sending me, you know that emoji with two glasses of beer. Cheers. They are sending me. Hey, Ghana. Charlie, Ghana, there's the mother side and then there's the father side. And you see, I seem to be joking with this, but it is synonymous with what we see in the greater parts of Ghana, in most parts of the country, where you see one part getting a lot of development and resources, and you see other parts not getting anything at all. To the extent that sometimes when you ask questions about assets that benefit the masses, you'll be given an answer that suggests that those assets are not important. For example, I've been here talking about the road in front of Jubilee House to 37 and those other roads around Accra Girls. They are undulating. The answer I got is that other places need roads, so we should not fix that road yet. But then again, it just takes scraping of the surface and putting the bitumen back so that it's smoother and better. That road alone, if you look at the number of people who use it, at least Accra Girls Road to Achimota and the Jubilee House Road, that's the main road where all the traffic is. Let's even say 200,000 people a day. So when we call for you to scrape the top and fix the asphalt so it's smoother, we mean well, because when it rains, it's a terrible drive, even though there's asphalt on it. Anyway, so good Chado people, good morning. Bad Chado people, you too, good morning. And you can still send us your messages 055-1111-997. I really want to hear from my friends in Kumasi. I know Kumasi is also like Bekwai roundabout to Santasi roundabout. Those who drive around the Swami roundabout area with the construction ongoing. Airport roundabout, when it rains, it floods. How is Kumasi this morning? How is Sunyani this morning? If you are listening, how is Tumu? Yes, 055-1111-997. And your social media messages on the show are brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Number 10 liver salt, a refreshing relief. Cowbell coffee with you every moment. And if your money is controlling you, now is the time to take charge. The EcoBank mobile app gives you the power to command your money, to transact across 33 African countries and anywhere in the world. Command your money to make water, electricity and school fees payments, bank and mobile money transfers, create virtual cash to buy only what you need, and a whole lot more. So Money Commander, download the EcoBank mobile app now on the App Store or the Play Store and command your money. Command also means paying attention to details. EcoBank will never call you or text you asking for your PIN, your OTP, your bank card or your Ghana card details. When in doubt, call EcoBank call center on 0800 003 225. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank, and the biggest Horticulture Expo in Ghana is coming up. Is the third edition of the Ghana Horticulture Expo 2026. It's happening from June 11th to 13th, 2026 at the State House Forecourt in Accra. Now, this year's expo is under the theme From Soil to Sovereignty, Building Ghana's Agricultural Self-Reliance Through Innovation. There will be fresh fruits and vegetables, exciting food exhibitions, modern farm technologies, business networking opportunities, live demonstrations, thought leadership. And if you want to go into agribusiness, this expo is for you because it's organized by the Federation of Associations of Ghanaian Exporters, which is the umbrella body for 28 farmer groups, pineapple exporters, mango producers, vegetable producers. They are there to introduce you to agribusiness and help you chart a path in that particular space. It's being organized by FAGE in collaboration with the Ghana Export Promotion Authority and the Ghana Exim Bank. And if you want to register and book your stands to be an exhibitor, you call 024-345-7783 or 053-522-4555, or you go to GhanaHortiExpo.com. Ghana Horticulture Expo 2026, Building Ghana's Agricultural Self-Reliance Through Innovation. I told you earlier that Dr. Jeff Bassi will be joining us on the Super Morning Show. It's always a great time when I talk to him from the Institute of Leadership and Strategy. And I think that a lot of the things I'm wailing about is about leadership and strategy. What's the national strategy to fix this? How is leadership solving problems? And if you don't prepare our leaders, our problems will never get solved. So, Doc, it's good to have you here. Good morning.
Good morning again, and thank you so much once more for the opportunity, as always.
How are you, and how is the Institute?
God is good to us, Kojo. God has been extremely gracious to us.
Doc, if you use this expression, you need to give Winston royalties.
He's always been there for us, and we must confess that your medium have been a great channel to reaching all the key senior managers and executives out there who had always signed up for a lot of our programs as we're about to discuss.
For people who are listening to us the first time, what is the Institute of Leadership and Strategy about? What do you do?
Right. So the Leadership and Strategy, as our name connotes, our focus areas are on leadership and strategy. Let me say that it's a pure non-academic executive and professional development organization.
Okay.
So we don't do academic programs because sometimes people call and want to find out whether we're running master's program when 90% of our trainees are already master's degree holders.
Yeah.
So we run pure executive trainings and, if you may, professional development programs in leadership and then also in strategy. We've covered quite a number of organizations. Some 270 organizations in this country have had their managers and executives study with us. Either they're engaging us for in-house training facilitation in like strategy sessions or leadership sessions, or that they actually enroll for our courses, just as I'll be talking about this morning.
So you run non-academic executive programs.
Precisely so.
So your certified strategy professional programs, the certification, what does that mean? If you don't run academic and you have professional certification in strategy, for example, what does it mean?
Very well. So as I indicated earlier on, this is a practical executive programs. So for instance, when you come into our sessions, you realize that you have loads of either these corporate chiefs, past CEOs or heads of strategies of various organizations, including the bank. They serve as the instructors, not necessarily the academic PhD guy, etc. So we try to close that gap between the academia and industry. But because we also operate only at the managerial level, we only do executive programs. So specifically, the Certified Strategy Professional is the professional certification for those who are either in strategy or gearing up to go into professional strategy. As I always mention, Boston Consulting Group's research indicates that managers at the lower layer, if I say lower layer, I'm talking about in a typical bank, for instance, a branch manager is relatively a junior manager. They manage people and activities. As many as 78% of these guys do not actually understand business strategy. Not to talk about the senior managers, those who are the mid-level, who manage managers. So in a typical bank, we can talk about an area manager, a regional manager, and you still have some 52% of these guys not having so much confidence in strategy, be it from the corporate level or the business level or even the functional level. Yeah. The shock at Kojo is the guys who are the C-suite executive level, those who run the organization. And you still have some 24% of these guys not appreciating crafting strategy, and for that matter, how to lead the organization in executing and implementing the organization's strategy.
Wow. So you are bringing chiefs of the big corporate institutions, former chiefs, to lead the training for these people and prepare them for the future. So it's more of training with example, experience, and impact.
Precisely so.
Wow. So
if your platform allows me, maybe at the tail end, I could mention the profiles of some of the instructors.
You can mention now before you even tell me about the structure and the duration of the course. Tell me the people who are
very well. So we have the likes of Mr. Kwekwa Ochi. Kwekwa Ochi is a former,
the great Kwekwa
Ochi, former your board chairman.
Yes,
is actually the
leader.
Precisely so. Yeah. So he led the Talo Oya, proud to that CEO for VRA, but he also headed strategy for Anglo-Good Ashanti for several years. Then you have Dr. Patrick Fisher, who is the head of strategy for Standard Chartered Bank for several years. Wow. Adolf is currently the chief strategy officer for Absa Bank. Bernard Avle, who is the general manager of CTFM, have delivered a couple of lectures on our platform. My good self, Ebo Richardson, who is a change management expert and
led. Richardson, formerly of APSA.
Precisely.
Then he went to Kenya to transform.
He actually chaired the committee that transformed Barclays into APSA, and these are the caliber of. So we have at the moment 12 of these caliber of persons. We just are bringing on board the immediate past managing director for GCB Bank, Kofi Adomako, who will be delivering on our platform as well. So these are the corporate chiefs who deliver our modules, spanning from strategy formulation to the strategy planning process to leading change. Change management is a leadership and strategy agenda, I always say. But Kojo, we lay special emphasis on strategy execution and control. It does look like every organization or people understand, they know how to put this strategy together. We only need to go to Adan, Aqua Safari for some 4 days.
Like Ghana's Vision 2020.
Precisely
we put it together, but we didn't execute.
Good. So I normally say that strategy can happen within some days or weeks. We have developed strategy plans for quite a number of organizations in this country. We just delivered a bank hospital strategy plan not too long ago. Once you understand the technicalities, you can put it together. But when it comes to the discipline, the tactics to go through execution and not just leave it at the ambition stage or developing a model to deliver, but closing the gap by developing operational tactics that delivers on that strategy. That is where we actually lay our emphasis, because so many organizations don't seem to have the knack or the discipline, or if you may, that hardwired processes that delivers the strategy of the organization.
I like that you mentioned the bank hospital. I've been going there, and now I get why they are what they are, because their systems, the execution, customer service, delivery, I put them at the top.
I'm happy because from day one they have partnered us. Hospital. So we have worked on their strategy from day one till where they are now as a hospital.
What's the structure and the duration of the course?
Right. So this is an 8-week program.
Okay.
And let me mention that tuition runs only on weekends. Because of the caliber of persons who work through our programs, we have made it as flexible as possible. So you're either taking physical tuition on Saturdays only, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays only. Our Executive Development Center, our Executive Training Center is at East Legon on the Lagos Avenue. Ghana, we are not too used to names of streets, so I normally like to say the Mensville Hotel stretch, right behind GT Bank, you'll find our Executive Training Center there. Otherwise, we also have some people who prefer to study online, and so that is on Sundays only, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. via Google Meet.
Okay.
The good thing is that you have the liberty to switch between the two options. So you don't really have to, you can stay on one option throughout. We have the likes of Director of Ports of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, several managers of National Investment Bank who have to sit in Kumasi, Takrady, all through. And indeed, we've had people from 7 countries other than Ghana who do not have to travel down, and they took the course online too. So you can stay on one option, whether the physical or the online, but you can also have a hybrid.
So someone like me who spends all weekend on the farm, for example, and I can't do the Saturday in person, I can do the Sunday virtual one.
Precisely.
Just join from 1 to 6.
Exactly.
And you can even go to church, close from church before you join.
Right.
This is flexible. I like it. So who qualifies for this certified strategy professional course?
Very well. We are not too keen on academic qualification.
Okay.
But you strictly have to be in a managerial role, whether a lower level, mid-level, executive, but you have to be in a management role. So we don't take people like, well, I just finished university 2 years ago, I finished my national service, can I come? No, you won't. You may not even appreciate what goes on in that club, because strategy is normally discussed at quite a higher level.
Is it for those only in the big corporate entities, or if I run an SME, someone like me, I run an SME, so I'm my own manager?
Oh, yeah, yes. We've had several entrepreneurs, come through the program. If you run your own organization, so you are either in a management level, executive, senior management, or lower level management. Otherwise, you are an entrepreneur. Otherwise, we even accept certain professionals who may not have the title or the designations of a manager. Say you're an accountant. We had several lawyers. We had several medical doctors.
And
when
private
you come
consultants.
Sinlab, the CEO, and a few doctors they have come through. We've had several military officers, senior military officers who had come through the program. And so you may, once you are either a manager or at the level of a manager, if you may, like I mentioned, the people we don't accept are the rank and file, and we are not looking down on them in any way, except that every organization have its own target market and what the message is tailored to meet, all right?
Yeah.
And so when people attack us that, well, but I'm a first degree holder, I just finished my national service, I aspire to, and I say, that's fine. When you get there, you will appreciate what we do. So simply put, it's available to managers.
And when does the next cohort start? How do we register?
The next immediate cohort, which happens to be our cohort number 10, takes off on June 6th. On the 6th of June, which is a Saturday. And so for that matter, if you are enrolling or taking the virtual option, means that you are taking off on June 7th, which is a Sunday. Now, how do you register? You simply send us a quick WhatsApp. You can just text your name via WhatsApp to the number I'm about to mention, and every single detail will be relayed to you. And that number is 0244 26 86 72.
0244 26 86 72.
Precisely so. 0244 2686 72. But Kojo, interestingly, this Saturday, the 23rd of May, we're running an information session as we always do. There are people who may want much more detailed information. The module by module as we run weekly, the fee, the payment terms, and all of that. So you can join us right this Saturday, 5 p.m. It takes just about some 40-minute online conversation where we interact with potential trainees, if I may describe them so. You have the opportunity to interact with the coordinator, to answer all of your questions and all of that, and have better insight to help you make a decision whether or not you want to enroll. And that is happening this Saturday, 23rd of May at 5 p.m. Once you text your name by WhatsApp to that number, the link to that info session is a virtual session free on Saturday, 5 p.m., just so you can have more insight to help you make a decision.
So we should text emails.
No, your name.
The name.
Just your name.
To 0244 268672. You can text or WhatsApp.
Precisely.
0244 268672.
Then the admissions office will then reach out to you with every detailed information you require.
Great, Doc Charlie. It's good talking to you.
Immensely grateful for the opportunity.
I pray for more grace for you guys to train more leaders who understand execution, problem solving, and strategy, so that our lives will be
We
better.
are all praying so. And Kojo, I always say, be it corporate Ghana or the larger spectrum, we have that responsibility to build our country and by extension, our continent. Nobody's coming to do it for us.
Dr. Jeff Bassi is the coordinator, Institute of Leadership and Strategy. If you've listened to him and you are ready, you may not even be ready, but you can make yourself ready. just text the number 0244268672. Listen to the info session. Just listen to it and make a decision to enroll for the next cohort. We are going for a quick break. We'll be right back.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Since inception, almost 100% of Ashesi University students have found jobs, started businesses, or gone on to graduate school within 6 months of graduation. From Accra to Nairobi, London to New York, Ashesi graduates are noticed and are leading successful careers. If you dream of a rewarding life and career, an Ashesi education prepares you just for that. Learn more about applying to Ashesi at ashesi.edu.gh. Remember, admission is ongoing.
In Ghana, planning ahead is something we grew up with. It's in the small things. Filling your barrels and buckets just in case the taps don't flow tomorrow. Parents buying school shoes 2 or 3 sizes too big so you can grow into them, or wrapping your books carefully so that they can be passed down to the next child. It's how we've always looked out for the future, quietly, thoughtfully, every day.
For 20 years, we've understood what Ghanaians have always known. Planning today secures tomorrow. It's the reason we provided life insurance solutions for every aspect of your future. Star Life didn't introduce planning ahead, we only made it better. Why? Because it's who you've always been. Star Life, your solid partner for life.
We are Star Life, your solid partner for life.
I don't wanna stress, I want the soft life. I wanna have more time, make catch up life. I send money, I pay my bills, I buy airtime. Oh, I take the soft life. Abracadabra seems like magic, API magic. I don't need to carry money on me with Fidelity cards, I just need to swipe. Oh, I take the soft life. Oh, soft life, GHQR. I take my phone when I scan it. Payment complete, Fidelity app is so sleep. Oh, I take the soft life. Say hello to Kuku at the chatbot. Yeah, she's gonna simplify your digital banking. Fidelity digital banking, the new dimension. Dig the soft life. Modege, listen modege. Dig, 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 dig. Dig, 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 dig.
Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
Mieux qu'être mal accompagné, pas vrai?
The World Cup is coming, and this time you're not just watching it, you're living it. Much Experience Hospitality is giving you front row access to football's biggest stage in absolute style. Think VIP stadium seating, exclusive lounges, gourmet dining, and priority access. No stress, no hassle, just pure football luxury. This isn't just a ticket. This is the World Cup experience. With over a decade as an official FIFA sales agent, Much Experience Hospitality knows exactly how to turn a match into a lifetime memory. So upgrade your World Cup. Call 055-155-1119. Visit MatchEXPHospitality.com or walk into any Absa Bank branch, our official banking partner today. Much Experience Hospitality. Don't just watch the game, live it. Much Experience Hospitality is doing this with Absa Bank as its official banking partner and Glyco as your official travel insurance partner.
Life no be predictable, but with Ayo, you secure yourself and get up to 16,125 Ghana cedis to support funeral expenses and up to 322 cedis 50 pesos daily hospital cash benefits when life surprises you or your additional family members. For a premium as little as 396 Ghana cedis for a whole year, you can add up to 6 family members to your Ayo annual policy. You can pay your premiums, renew your policy, and manage your cover right from the Momo app. No paperwork, no stress. Claims are simple, fast, and paid directly to you or your beneficiary via mobile money should an unexpected event occur. Visit the Momo app, select financial services, then insure, and choose Ayo annual cover and follow the prompts or dial *928*101# to sign up today. Remember, your family members must be between 1 to 69 years old, and you as a policyholder must be between 18 to 64 years to sign up on Ayo. Ayo, because you care. Underwritten by Sanlam Alliance Life Insurance Ghana Limited, regulated by the National Insurance Commission.
Your business is as strong as the people behind it. That's why smart companies in Ghana and across the continent trust Hot Jobs Africa for all their HR needs. We handle it all: recruitment and placement, labor outsourcing, HR consultancy, corporate training, expatriate management, and even staff busing. With 100% dedicated support, you're never doing it alone. Reach us today on 020-433-6004. Email info@hotjobsafrica.org or visit hotjobsafrica.org. Great businesses are built on great people. Let the experts handle it. Think HR, think Hot Jobs Africa.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM. In your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
It's 8:43. You are still live on the Super Morning Show. Today is one of those days where the problems weigh on us, the insights break our hearts, but then there's always a little bit of hope that keeps us going. We've been talking about traffic, we've been talking about our roads, we've been talking about the various challenges. And yesterday we started a conversation about salaries and earnings. You know, we read that story that only 32% of Ghanaian salaried workers are able to save due to poor pay. And we also discussed the multidimensional poverty report from the MD, the multidimensional poverty index reports from the Ghana Statistical Service. Today, we want to get deeper into the salary conversations and the earnings and all those things. But before I get into that conversation, I actually have Professor Smart Sapon with me in the studio. He's a senior researcher at the Kumasi Technical University. Used to be K-Poly, one of the institutions I really respect. You know why? When we were young and we were in Kumasi, a lot of us wanted to go to K-Poly. Because if you go to K-Poly and you complete, you get a job at Guinness, you get a job at ABL, you get a job at LLL, you get a job at almost all the industrial entities in Kumasi were employing directly from KSTU. So it's a school I really... And then you had a radio station. I've forgotten the name of the radio station. Radio Link. I used to come there to play sometimes.
Wow.
So KSTU... I love, and it's so great to have you, Professor Smasapon, here with us in the studio. But before I get to you to talk about earnings, salaries, savings, and related matters, let me read a few more of the messages on the roads so that listeners will not think I asked for their messages and I've not given them the attention. Jerry in Tema Community 25 says, "Bro, 5 hours to work every day on the motorway is becoming unbearable. The contractors must speed up. Should motorists suffer for 2 years because they want to do the road at this snail pace? Do they care about commuters' inconvenience, health and economic cost? Why do our contractors behave this way? Can't they do 24 hours since the motorway is a major highway?" This is Jerry from Community 25. This one says, "Kojo, the Pantan Junction to the hospital road is terrible. The project has been abandoned. Why remove the bitumen when you're not ready to actually fix the road?" And there's a birthday message. It says, "Happy birthday to Christopher Jaden Tete from your mother, Clementia of Gibbs, your father, Frank Kesting, and Ethan." So these are some of the messages on the road. I will try to read a few more, but just keep them coming. We are not done. We are closing the show at 10. So we'll take a lot more of your messages. 055 1111 997. Now, if you're an electrician, an estate developer, a contractor, a dealer in electrical cables and accessories, and you are looking for premium quality materials for your homes and projects, talk to Sankablo Limited. They have made in Ghana cables made with 99.99% pure copper, and they are certified and approved by the Ghana Standards Authority and Energy Commission. From house wiring to big projects, they have all the sizes and the colors ready for you. Flexible cables, switches, sockets, multi-lamp holders, and more. No dulling, no shortcuts, just pure quality you can rely on from Sankablo. Ask for Sankablo cables and accessories at all leading electrical shops nationwide. And if you want to buy in bulk, you call 024-337-4034 and 024-467-8015. Sankablo lies in Africa. Sankablo from Side Grow House. Now we bid the plug. Now the World Health Expo is coming up in Lagos this June, and registration is completely free, and entry is completely free. You'll find over 500 exhibitors from more than 40 countries covering medical equipment, pharmaceuticals, diagnostics, and digital health. And it's from 2nd to the 4th of June 2026 at the Landmark Center in Lagos. If you want to register, go to worldhealthexpo.com/visit-Lagos. And you know, we don't talk enough about how stressful it can be to figure out what nourishing breakfast to give to the kids every morning. That's why Milo is there. Milo All-in-One is such a great option. Just take a moment to read the back of the pack and see for yourself. It's important that you give the children Milo because it also contains important nutrients combined with malt for that supports energy release, cocoa for that rich taste, and milk for calcium to support them as they grow. So keep choosing Milo All-in-One, not just for that special taste, but also for the nourishing goodness. Milo, every energy to go further. And if you need fuel, make that stop at Star Oil. Okay, it's Ghana's largest oil marketing company with over 240 stations nationwide. Star Oil gives you high quality fuel, great service, and real value for your money. This is why many Ghanaians are switching to Star Oil. And with the Star card, you can enjoy safe cashless fueling and easy expense tracking. Wherever you go, choose Star Oil for your quality and affordable fuels. Professor Smart Sapon is here. Prof, good morning once again.
Yes, sir.
Charlie, how is Osei?
Charlie, all is well.
You people have chilled recently.
Oh, yes.
You had the 2-4's birthday and all. You've chilled.
Yeah, a lot of activities. So 2-4's birthday. Remember, he also hosted global business leaders in Kumasi.
And the arts event.
Yeah. And today, the Tech Junction overhead bridge is also receiving some artwork, just as the Square Interchange received some time ago.
I see.
So the entire city is blinking. You need to be in Kumasi.
But when you're coming from Kumasi to Accra, how did you come? Train,
by road.
Bus,
No.
or air?
You know, by road.
What time did you leave Kumasi?
I know where you are driving. But some of us are used to, so I've been...
You are used to driving for 10 hours?
Yeah. When you are tired, you just park somewhere and rest. So I really have time if I'm driving. I don't drive when I'm in a hurry. If I'm in a hurry, I'll use flight or some other means to get here. But if I'm not in a hurry, then I drive.
Yes. And when you drive, instead of 3-4 hours, you do 10 hours.
We are used to. So... When you get to Konongo, you know you are going to spend a lot of time there, sometimes an hour. Then you get to somewhere around Osino, you don't know what is happening there at that 4 junction.
And there's 2 hours.
You spend 2 hours. You relax. I mean, if you are driving by road, don't be in a hurry. That's my advice. Advice to myself and to those who drive.
But the thing is, you spend more money on fuel and you spend productive time on the road.
How you go do it? It's
a choice. It affects your health too.
It does.
And then you cannot save because at the end of the month, the money is going into all these things.
Yeah. As for transportation, will come there.
Prof, you've done an excellent job. So
yes,
we read the report on your study that revealed that only 32.2% of salaried workers in Ghana can make savings.
Yeah.
And the research which you did attributes the low savings rate to inadequate salaries, particularly within the private sector, where workers remain the most poorly paid.
Yeah.
Tell us about the work and what actually motivated you to work on this.
Right. So a very good morning to your good self and to our cherished listeners. I want to wish our wife, my kid brother's wife, is celebrating her birthday today, Augusta Ania J, Eugene MC Women and Children Center. We wish you a happy birthday. We love you. You know that. So back to the study. I have 4 and 4+1 issues of national interest I report on quarterly. And I started last year, and this year it's kind of taking shape. Last year, at the end of the year, I reported on, I think, just 1 or 2 issues. This time I'm reporting on 4+1 issue. The one is the NDC potential aspirants discussion. I did that about a month ago. And then I'm on to the major reports. The first one is what we are discussing, the cost of living report, first quarter 2026. We also have reports ready to be released next week on the state of unemployment as at first quarter 2026. We'll be reporting on Galamsey status first quarter 2026 too in the subsequent weeks. But next week, God willing, around this time, I'm sure if there's time, we will be discussing the unemployment report ahead of the other one. So it is carefully selected issues of national interest that we seek to give feedback on. It is necessary for our forward going as a country. President Kufuor will tell you workers are pretending to be working and those paying to are pretending to be paying. So it's always an important conversation. And so I found it necessary to go into it, and I did so as we are discussing. For the first quarter, I looked at 8 regions out of the 16 regions.
8 out of the 16.
8 out of the 16 regions. The second quarter report, which will be starting somewhere after June, we'll be looking at the remaining 8. And then by close of the year, we'll be here to discuss the overall effect, the overall picture. So the 8 which entered into this conversation or this study included Upper East, Northern, then you come down to Bono East, then to Western, Northwestern, Ashanti, and then Central. So in the June report, we'll be having the picture from Greater Accra and those things. The pilot study is already ongoing, and the outcomes are becoming interesting.
So even though you did only 8 out of the 16,
yes,
geographically you had footprint in all the geographical areas.
So it is a matter of representation. You must make sure that the various sections of the country are all represented. So if you check, the other half is also fairly distributed. And in sampling, you try to do what we call representative sampling. And this discussion, even if I don't report on the other side, what we are discussing today is enough picture that any policy maker or stakeholder
can act on.
Can act on. So that is it. We all in all interacted with 4,155 households.
Wow.
Yeah, 4,155 households. And the outcomes of the conversation is what we finally presented in the report.
4,000 households, 8 regions, and only 32% can afford to save something. 68% of Ghanaians can't save from their earnings every month.
Absolutely. And when you check the report, the chronology tells it all. So we start by selecting some 8 basic daily items that one would have to deal with in a standard day, normal day. So we talk of transportation, both public and private. We talk of food. We come to electricity, water, rent, cooking, gas for cooking. And those are the 8 items that we looked at. When you take electricity, 58% of the households are saying that to them it is the highest driver of the stress on their cost of living. Electricity. Followed by public transport. And then you come to the communication bit, call credit and internet data, along with the other ones that follow. So I highlighted those 3 as the highest drivers of, or those causing the negative impact on the cost of living of the people. This feedback is directed at some specific agencies. I want to believe that the heads responsible have taken conscious notice of the report and they would act on it accordingly. Take transport, for example. a distance of, so my measurements were on a basic distance of 20 kilometers a day. If you are doing 20 kilometers a day and you are using a public bus, you are likely to spend between 400, let's say almost 500 to 800.
Oh.
And this is basic. So for example, 20 kilometers is like from Adenta to maybe Accra Central.
Yeah.
Accra. If you are doing that daily. And I want our listeners to be self-aware. Some of us are not self-aware. Take, by the close of the day, take your diary, record some of these things in there, trace it up to end of the month, and you would realize what we are talking about. We had this discussion with families just like you, and that's the picture that we got. Some are saying their cost is more, we know. Some too might be doing less, but the average is between 500 to 800 just on transportation.
So if you earn 3,000 and you're even paying the lower band of 500,
you are now left with
1/6 of your salary is gone.
So let's go to the next one.
Transportation.
Transportation alone.
Transportation.
And I want our listeners to be self-aware. You start from today. Give yourself 4 weeks and call into Super Morning Show and tell us what you found.
I drive, and when I break my cost of driving down, I spend at least 5 cedis per kilometer.
Wow.
I spend at least 5 cedis per kilometer.
And how many kilometers do you usually do in a day?
I do 27 from home to Joy, 27 from Joy to home, right? So 54 kilometers.
Yeah.
I do at least 5 cedis per kilometer. When my road was fairly okay, and I could drive at dawn and do 37 minutes to work.
Okay.
It was about 2 cedis, 50 cedis per kilometer. But these days, I have to leave home before 5 because the road is under construction and it's bad. And if you speed, you break your exhaust, you break something, you
create another cost
so
line,
now my cost is
and all
around
those
5
things.
cedis per kilometer.
Interesting. And so, for those of you who use private vehicles, if you check the report, if we standardize all vehicles to a 1.5 cc engine capacity, and you are doing an average of 20 kilometers a day, you do times 2 or times even 3, right?
Yeah.
If you are doing 20 kilometers per day, you are doing on fuel only 1,696 to 2,871. How much do you spend on fuel if you've taken notice of how much you spend on fuel?
My fuel.
Yes.
I think I do close to, okay, if I break it down to only the fuel that comes
Only
to
the
Joy,
fuel, yes.
maybe 1,800 a month. But if I add my other rounds, I'm doing about 5,000 cedis every month on fuel.
So you see, you fall within the 1,600.
Yeah.
To
and this is for 20 kilometers.
Only 20 kilometers
a day. Is it one way or 2 ways?
In fact, I try to do 2 ways, but the estimates would have gone overboard, so I do 1 way.
Okay, so 20 kilometers times 20 days, assuming everybody works 20 days,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And the minimum here is 1,000 what?
The 1,696 is for fuel for 20 kilometers a month.
Okay. So it means the average spend based on what you've done is 4 cedis per kilometer.
Yes. And you do 5 cedis.
5 cedis per kilometer.
If our listeners become self-aware, they can do some of these estimates themselves. Right. So that is on fuel. And you come to oil. At least for a household size of 3 to 5, to be self-aware, you spend, and you are not too much of oil foods. You will do 2 liters a month.
Yeah.
2 liters a month. So that means on oil alone, you are spending between 100 Ghana cedi to 200. Yes.
Yeah.
Ghana cedi. Oil alone.
Palm oil will be 100 to 160.
Absolutely.
The other vegetable oils, depending on what it is, will be 100 to 200.
Yes. Then you come to milk. If you are a household size, not a large one, between 3 to 5 member household, you are likely to do 8 to 16 tins of milk a month. And that computes to somewhere 100 Ghana cedi to 192 Ghana cedi.
I don't want the Gen Zs to hear this. But when we're growing up, when we open one tin of milk, we use it for 2 weeks.
Don't do that. And even this, I'm sure people would have to do your style
before
they can do 8 to 16 things.
Charlie, my mother, she will measure the milk with
yeah. 1 spoon of milk.
And put the rest in water. Because the fridge wasn't working.
Nowadays, you have kids who will just open the milk and drink it just like that.
Wow.
And they don't know where we get the money from. Don't mind them.
Interesting.
So that is for milk. Then rice, if you are an average household, 3 to 5 member household, and you do about 12 meal of rice a month. You don't cook rice all through the month and you do just 12. You combine it, supplement with other foods.
Yeah.
You are likely to do 10 kg, as in 2 of the 5 kg bags of rice. And that takes your expenses on rice alone to about 150 to 294 Ghana cedi a month.
Oh.
Overall, on food, for a very modest, simple, small member household, 3 to 5 members, you are doing on food 1,262 to 3,000 Ghana cedi on food.
Wow.
So begin to deduct from a salary earner of maybe 3,000 like we started with. About 500 has taken your fuel. Between 1,000, so let's say 1,500 has taken food. You are left with, if you are taking 3,000, you are left with 1,000 cedis.
You've not brought in the tomato, pepper.
No.
Tomato is now average 50 to 60 cedis per kilo.
Yes.
Pepper is also around the same 50 to 80 cedis per kilo.
Those ones haven't come.
Yam has not come.
No.
Sugar?
No. I use rice as a standard, and for 12 cooking days, everybody cooks more than 12 times in a month. These are averages. Then
and if you're also not cooking and you're even buying, your average plate of food, even by the roadside, the gata wache, you can't get a well manicured and polished wache for less than 20 cedis.
And the report suggested that because of that, many Ghanaians prefer cooking than buying outside. They see cooking as cheaper option. You can have some reserve, eat it later, and so that option becomes cheaper than it is in the report. Those who've had time to read the report, you will see that analysis over there, suggesting that many Ghanaians, about 70 to 80%, preferred or saw cooking as cheaper option than buying from outside. So now let's go to electricity, because after all this analysis we've done, you still have to power yourself. So electricity, if you're very small, and this is where many people disagree with me, they say my estimates are too small. Last week on Joy News TV, there was a heated debate when I got to the electricity. Some said my estimates were too small, but I am looking at a very modest, simple, no AC, 1 bulb, 2 bulbs, some small average, not your type or So if you do that, you are going to spend between 250 Ghana cedi to 500 Ghana cedi on electricity.
A month. In this country.
So you see, this is on the very, very minimum side.
Okay, so the person is probably powering 3 10 watts bulbs.
Yes. Very, very small. 1 fridge for the entire household.
With a fridge?
They need to store they say cooking is cheaper than buying outside. So it means they make arrangements for storage and all those things. And you are doing between 250 to 500 Ghana cedi on electricity. Core credit between 139 Ghana cedi to 278 Ghana cedi. Then water. A minimum of 120 Ghana cedi to 250 Ghana cedi for that very modest, simple household. Now, when you do the computation just on, I'm discussing basic fixed items only.
All the things you are saying now, I'm opening my Ghana Water app to see my trend of water purchases.
Check it.
For electricity, I did it and compared 2023, 2024, 2025. And I realized that year to date, my electricity bills have really increased.
Yes.
But the appliances I'm using our consumption pattern hasn't changed. The only additional consumption we have is our newborn, who is about a year old. But we use the same lights, the same. So it's inconsequential. But
absolutely.
I've seen that my electricity bills have really gone up. Really, really gone up. Now, when it comes to water as well, Oh, Charlie.
Yeah.
This month, the water bill I've received is 237 Ghana cedis.
Right. So you are within the bracket.
237 Ghana cedis.
Yes. And averagely, we are spending 120 to 250. So you are around the 250 category. And many would range between this 120 to that 200 and the amount. But the point, the point we are driving at is that we don't live on only these 8 items we are discussing.
Yeah.
But I'm doing a basic estimation of cost of living, and these are the estimates we are getting for the month. If you do these estimates and you take out your vehicle, your private vehicle, so now you see the level of degree of freedom I'm allowing. I'm even going to take out your private vehicle cost. If you do that, you are doing a minimum of 3,500 to 5,000 Ghana cedi a month just on this conversation.
Did you by chance add funeral-related expenses to this?
We call those ones, what we are discussing are fixed expenditure. We have variable expenditures. I've actually not even discussed healthcare. Very important, very essential.
Because demographically, from age 35 and upwards, almost every week, your
weekend,
old school group, somebody's father or mother has died and you have to contribute.
Or you have
Your
one
church,
naming ceremony, one wedding or something to... In fact, I never stay on weekends without an activity unless I decide not to attend them.
And it takes fuel, it takes a new kaftan. It takes contributions.
Yeah. You never, Professor, you come here and return like that. No, they won't allow that.
Oh, Charlie.
They won't.
So
they
in
won't
all
allow
this,
that.
when you did the study,
yes,
how much were Ghanaians earning across board, the different areas, public sector, private sector, the different levels? How much are Ghanaians earning?
Right. So we are building a conversation, and I like this question. It fits into the next conversation. The next conversation is that if we are doing these basic expenses and we need between 3,500 to 5,000 to survive on just these 8 activities, variable costs have not come.
Yeah.
No healthcare, no fees. So we are having discussion as if we don't pay fees, we don't have healthcare issues. You see the way the conversation is going. Now, how much do we take at the end of the month? And this is what the data is saying. Of the 4,155 households, 36.9% of them were receiving salaries less than 1,000 Ghana cedi.
36.9% is over a quarter of Ghanaians.
Yes.
If we divide Ghanaians into 4, more than a quarter earn less than 1,000 Ghana cedis a month.
Yes.
In this country.
In this country.
So standards statistical service says that our population projected is 34 million.
Yes.
Right. And you're saying 36% of this 34 million.
The 34 million, not all of them are within the working category. So,
yes, but
we can.
So
that's fine. Let's do a general.
Back of the envelope, general.
Yes.
So if we assume that all Ghanaians are working,
yes,
12 million of the 34 million of Ghanaians would be earning less than 1,000 Ghana cedis. That is the whole population of Greater Accra Metropolitan Area plus Greater Kumasi Metropolitan Area.
Yes, yeah, you are right.
Earning less than 1,000 Ghana cedis a month.
1,000 Ghana cedis a month. And that is the picture. In fact, when I had this conversation somewhere, and almost all the staff in that firm started trooping into the conference room where that conversation was going on. They were actually listening from their various offices. And they were like, Charlie,
how much is Hausa Cocoa and Kosi?
Yeah. Then you come to the category of salary earners, 1,000 to 2,000, and we have 26%.
26% earn between 1,000 and 2,000. Yes. So basically, 50% of the working population
earn less than
2,000 Ghana cedis.
I'll tell you.
Minister of Labour and Employment, are you listening?
Yes, I'm sure he's listening.
Said Ministry of Finance, right? It has economic planning
as
well.
Yeah,
so
they are related.
Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, are you listening?
Yeah. When I released the report, I had a very lengthy conversation with my senior Austin Gami, the labor expert. and we're having several options. We can go around some of these things.
You mean half of the Ghanaian working population don't earn
beyond 2,000?
Beyond 2,000?
Yes. Yes. And later when we discuss the disparity between private sector workers and public sector workers, you see those who are largely affected by this conversation we are having.
Obete, get me a bottle of water. Why? I'm shocked. I need to drink water to cool myself.
It go be.
Obete, please, a bottle of water.
It go be.
Prof,
yes,
continue.
Very well. So, it runs through, but I want us to look at the disparity between the public sector workers and the private sector workers of the same or analogous salary category. So when you look at the less than 1,000 people, 6.6% of them are public sector workers, and times 2.5 of them are private sector workers, 15.8. So let's say 16% are of the private sector, and then 6.6 are of the public sector. So I'm driving at the point that much as the salary category is bad, the highest affected category of workers is the private sector, and it is that huge. So everybody, when I started this conversation on our UCC platform, somebody said, "Oh, but Prof, we already know that the public sector pays better than the private." And I told you, what is the size? In statistics, we say if you're unable to measure, you cannot manage. So you cannot just have a blunt idea that this is bigger than that. You need the measurement. You need the quantities to be able to try to resolve the problem. So we are reporting this morning on Super Morning Show that it is as huge as 3 times less than what the public sector takes.
You know, I'm reflecting on something that happened yesterday. Yesterday, somebody asked me for help. And he said that, oh, they had a funeral in the family, so he's hot, I should contribute. And then I said, but you know, at a point, people will die in your family, so you should have funeral insurance. Why do you leave them to die before you come and disturb some of us with your demands? We also have families and people to take care of. But after all this and after reflecting, I think I practically insulted the gentleman, and I have to find him, apologize, and find some money I don't have to contribute. Because people like that, if you are earning less than 2,000, what can you afford to do? You can't save, you can't do anything.
At all.
Akoto, there is feedback that Prof.
You carry on. I want you to break it down, and we looked at the urban and rural divide as well. Okay, so please, but that guy, I'll find him and apologize and borrow money and give it to him.
So if you want to really appreciate the life some people are living in, understand the definition of cost of living. Cost of living is a very basic. You use it often, but people have not taken time to digest the elements of the definition. It says that it is the very, very minimum expenses a household needs, or an individual. When you say household, it can be an individual, one member or multiple members. So an individual household needs to live the basic dignified life. So there's the underline the word dignity. If we don't take notice of the word dignity, people will live undignified life. No wonder somebody will come and beg you for something he knows. It's not your relative that died, right? He really knows that it is his relative that has died. But he will come. That's right. Yeah. So a lot of our people are living undignified life. Some are tempted to be corrupt. Some are tempted to steal. Some are tempted to do some things that we are not here to justify those
and
ones.
some people get depressed, and it also affects their
performance. So we are pretending to be working. In fact, somebody is at work thinking about what to eat. The salary was paid just last week, but it is finished. Believe it or not, it is finished. It is finished. So you say, but we were all paid. Forget it. It is finished.
It is finished. Ninya.
Good morning.
So, Prof, this salary matter.
Yeah.
Is it an urban problem or both an urban and a rural problem?
You see, so when we discuss standard of living, we'll discuss standard of living later. But when you want to move into standard of living, then you say the rural or the peri-urban areas have a lower standard of living than the urban. And that has some impact on their cost of living. But generally, when you discuss cost of living, it is global. It is national. The person within the peri-urban or rural area receiving less than 1,000 is much suffering. Is suffering as much as those who are within the city receiving maybe 3,000.
Yeah.
Because he is there receiving 1,000, you are here receiving 3,000, but the standard of living scale will put you all at a very worsening condition, a very worsening state.
And these days too, with a lot of my stay in rural areas, I've realized that there are too many misconceptions. We assume that people in the rural areas have access to good food. They don't.
They don't.
It's practically seasonal.
Yes.
If they plant something and the season comes and they get to eat, post the season they are hungry.
Yes.
We assume that people in the rural areas have it, but they don't.
They don't.
And in fact, transportation takes all our money in the rural areas.
Absolutely.
And so a lot needs to be said about, Doc, where do we go from here?
Absolutely.
Where do we go from here?
Yes.
What policy change, what practical things can we do as a country to turn this around?
All right. So number one, in our books, it is in our labor books that at a point in the life of this country, we would move from the minimum wage concept to the living wage concept. The difference is that minimum wage is seeking to set a floor to avoid exploitation. It doesn't care about the market. It's just setting a floor so that people will not exploit, business owners will not pay somewhere. So currently we are doing between, I think, 500 or 600 Ghana cedi monthly for basic wage, minimum wage. But it is in our labor books, the Labor Act, that it is just a step onto a higher picture called living wage. I want to call on stakeholders responsible to start that conversation. It is getting to time. And on the living wage discussion, government or a committee will be set to estimate the cost of living for a standard minimum household. And that becomes the basis for the determination of a minimum salary.
Yeah.
So let's begin to have that discussion around this time, because seriously, we do not have control over the market. We are not increasing salaries. Meanwhile, things happening on the market, they are also not within anybody else's control.
Yep.
The market women and men are on their own. We wanted to practice an open market system so that competition will beat down price. But what do we see? They've now formed cartels. Competition, any form of competition on the market here in Ghana leads to an increment in price.
Yeah.
No form of competition here on this, unless you are not in this country. So yes, the open market system is good in the books, but here in Ghana, it is not. Us. Yes, absolutely, it's not acting in our benefit.
Prof, I know you have some new reports coming up.
Yes.
Just in the next few seconds, tell us about the new reports you're about to publish and when we should expect.
God willing, a week today, we'll be discussing. I'll be presenting to the nation the state of unemployment in Ghana. I've done both a desk review and a survey of over 6,000 communities, 2,350 communities, 6,000 respondents across the country, and then a desk review that seeks to review both online and offline applications, vacancies that were advertised in Ghana for the entire 2025. It is interesting. Those are some of the highlights from the report, not to take the wind out of the, but it is interesting to observe that within the entire 2025, about 5 of the regions out of the 16 regions we have in Ghana did not have a single vacancy post.
Not a single post.
Yeah. So we will discuss, and some of the recommendations will be to call on stakeholders to begin to exploit the potentials of those regions. Else, we will be discussing this rural-urban migration thing and to be something just on the mouthful. If you are not doing anything to keep them there, all of them will be trooping to the cities, Takoradi, Kumasi, Accra, and everything. We will be talking about it.
Stress on infrastructure.
Yeah. And we just talk about it and we don't do anything. What do we want to do about it? We will be reviewing some of the interventionary policies, the Jumerua, the YEA programs, and is not okay. It's also employment.
Yes.
So I have data on all of them, but I wanted to isolate the skills training side and see what percentage of the population have benefited. Is it a significant? Are we actually into that project, or it's just something we said and we are not following up to it? Is it actually translating into getting some people empowered, or what? So all those ones are in the report. I should have released it this week. Those who heard of it, please let's schedule it to next week. I've been quite engaged in Accra in a series of workshops. So I'll do that, God willing, next week, and we'll be here to discuss it.
Prof, thank you so much for
Yes,
joining us this morning to
sir.
give us more insights into your reports. I'm sure listeners have heard your thoughts. 055-1111-997. Those of you in the below 2,000 band, please tell me, how do you survive? How do you manage? Send me that message. 055-1111-997. We're going for a quick break. We'll be right back.
Confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Kel Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kel Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Kel Charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. It dey make my teeth white when it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level dey go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kel Charcoal toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kel Charcoal toothpaste. Kel Charcoal toothpaste, Sankofa Yenchi.
Kel, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
At the top bar, hungry customers are waiting because a penalty is about to be taken. Abna has bent the jollof because she was celebrating Ghana's goal. Everything can wait because it's the FIFA World Cup 2026. Catch all 104 games live on SuperSport on DSTV from 11th June to 19th July. Reconnect from as little as 58 Ghana cedis per DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Achedie Kesie o. Electroland Ghana Limited dear. Ye mamo. Achedie Kesie. For our loyal customers o. Because your loyalty deserves more. Ye mamo achedie Kesie pa. Big rewards for you and me. From Accra to Tamale, all over Ghana. Electroland dear #1. Just buy your favorite Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO electronics from any Electroland showroom or authorized reseller store nationwide. Dial *928*8888# or go to register.electrolandraffles.com and enter our weekly and monthly draws and stand a chance to win big. From TVs, ACs, fridges, gas cookers, washing machines, sound towers, mobile phones, and more rewards just for you. Approved by MLA Characters Platform. Electroland Ghana Limited. Rewarding your loyalty the big way. Terms and conditions apply.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Mr. DJ, Mamu do me be na.
Daddy Lumba bueno. Yeah, they bet me best one amigo. Then you don't want your Daddy Lumba bueno. Aquanu me, anu me. Best one amigo. You money baby ba. I mean when you Papa Masam Mama Samana Walkeyo. Now I drop it. Yamabuama, bounce and on the machine. Osama, the Biaka de Jimabene. Mabuama, bounce and on the machine. Osama, the Biaka de Jimabene. So beating the bow onto a da. Sana some to da teleris no. Ibina militio, abla boy oko. Jerry akamenko. Enyi bi enyi yanko. Amotenya my school oboju ba so paddle no one so share. Injimia first day I've been seeing the Musia Shazamina Moshaya Simeuda. Finally DJ drop back Yamabuama bounce and on the message in there. Osama Upiaka de Jemabene Mabuama bounce and on the message in there. Osama Upiaka de Jemabene.
This is Kofi Kinata. Title of the song is It Is Finished. And I intentionally made the song play till the end because what I've heard today has completely finished me. That over 50% of the working class in Ghana do not earn more than 2,000 cedis. They earn below 2,000 cedis. How did they survive? Pay school fees, pay rent, health insurance, feeding yourself and your family. You may have dependents like older parents you need to support. How is it possible?
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. On Joy 99.7 FM.
This is Patoma's title of the song is Sikanantie, and he says that Sikanantie ye fe. O here de Nantie ye basa basa. Me, I just think I can call 50% of Ghanaian workers very poor people. If you earn 2,000 Ghana cedis in this country right now, whether you are in an urban setting or a rural setting, and so what are we doing? So when we talk about Ghana, when we talk about developing the country, when we envision Ghana's tomorrow, what do we see? And when we see that, what do we attempt to do? And beyond the attempt, what do we do and execute very well so that that future is a bit more glorious? If you're a parent listening to me right now, would you want your child to earn less than 2,000 cedis if they complete school? So we have 500,000 young people writing exams, WASI this year. These 500,000, if we project and assume that all of them, in fact, half of them will go to uni, the rest will go to other forms of training, and all of them in 4 years will get jobs. How much will they be paid? And how will they survive? It's anyway. I'll read your messages, but let me tell you about Nido. Nido is giving you one more reason to smile. Nido Plus One promo is on the 14 gram and the 23 gram packs. You have 10 plus one more reasons to enjoy breakfast. You buy one strip of the promo packs and you get 11 sachets instead. One extra sachet for free. That's more smiles at the table, more creamy goodness fortified with iron, and more value for your family because your breakfast deserves a little extra. And this promo runs while stock lasts. And if you want to be your own landlord, you know, no matter how nice your landlord is, nothing beats owning your own home. And ABSA knows this, which is why this 2026, they're helping you say yes to making it happen. With an ABSA mortgage, you can finance your dream and your dream home with flexible tailored solutions. Get up to 5 million Ghana cedis with 5 to 15 years to pay back on a fixed interest rate. This 2026, say yes to your home sweet home. Visit an ABSA bank branch to apply for an ABSA mortgage today. Your story matters, ABSA. This message says, Kojo, good morning. Indeed, self-awareness is key. For those of us in the public space, it's not easy. And like Prof said, if you cannot measure, you cannot manage. How do we manage? This is very deep. We thank Prof Sapon for this insight. And this is Victoria Boateng from the Electoral Commission and a former student of Begro Secondary School, Prof's alma mater. This message says, Kojo, some of us survive by grace. 800 Ghana cedis or less a month. This is Millicent. 800 Ghana cedis or less a month. So if I picture my car at the fuel pump, if I want to fill my tank, I'll spend more than 800 Ghana cedis to fill my tank. That's how much Millicent earns in a month. How do you get by, Millicent? Anyway, this one says, good morning, Kojo Akoto Boateng. Big kudos to Prof Smart Sapon and his team for this insightful research work. The cost of living in Accra is really becoming difficult, especially transportation within the city. For many surviving graduates and young professionals, transport alone is a major challenge. I want to ask Prof, as part of the research, was there any finding on the average amount a sales and marketing person would need weekly, monthly, or annually to carry out effective marketing activities using intra-city transportation in Accra? And again, where can the public access a copy of the full report online? Congrats once again to Prof. Sapon and his team for a great work done. This is Jingles Nanabwedi from Medina. We will try and publish the report on My Joe Online. We will seek Prof's consent and publish the full report on My Joe Online so that Jingles and people like you who want to read the full report can get access. This message says, good morning, Kojo. You are not talking about the pensioners. Are we lost in the equation? Good morning, Napolis. I'm so sorry. You know, when I'm talking about workers, I always forget that pensioners were once workers whose work should be able to take care of them. And by virtue of the fact that they used to work, we still can consider them as workers because what they did must take care of them. And the stories you are hearing from pensioners, Napolis, so sorry, we forget about you sometimes, but we'll do better and always bring you into the conversation. Napolis is from Marina Park in Adenta, and this message says, Kojo, what Prof is saying is true. I spend 10 cedis a day on lights. On light, it means electricity. That means I spend 300 Ghana cedis on electricity alone in a day. And Emanuela says, bro, please, let's not forget how often we attend church, funeral, etc. and contribute to the offering. Anyway, the biggest horticulture expo is coming. Ghana Horticulture Expo 2026 is the third edition. It's happening from the 11th to the 13th of June 2026 at the State House forecourt in Accra. This year's expo is under the theme From Soil to Sovereignty, Building Ghana's Agric Self-Reliance Through Innovation. You can visit GhanaHortiExpo.com for registration and more information, or you call 024-345-7783 or 053-522-4555. The expo is brought to you by the Federation of Association of Ghanaian Exporters, the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and the Ghana Executive Exim Bank, with support from Fidelity Bank, Eolis Ghana, and the Golden Exotics Limited. Don't miss Ghana's journey from soil to sovereignty. Ghana Horti Expo 2026, building Ghana's agri self-reliance through innovation. Sikama Niji, Sikama Akoto. How are we putting money in the pockets of Ghanaians? This message says, good morning, Joy SMS. I live at Gulf City, which is under the Pon Katamansi Municipal Assembly. Our roads are horrible. The attached photo was taken a few moments ago on my drive back after dropping my son in school. Maybe Jojo should post this photo. So this is a fuel tanker vehicle in front of him, and about 4 or 5 inches of the tanker's track, the bulk road vehicle, is submerged in water. So imagine driving a smaller vehicle, and he shared that photo with us. It says Gulf City Estates. Gulf City Estates. Thank you for sharing this. We're also going to put all these things together, all these messages together. We'll put them together and see if we can shoot them to the Ministry of Roads and Highways and Urban Roads as well. Carlos Myers from Oyarifa says, Kojo, those below the 2,000 Ghana cedi bracket don't even have data on their phones to even send you a text. Have a lovely day. Carlos sending this through. Yao says that Kojo, the Usuansa Road at Oyarifa is the worst road in all of West Africa. This road is causing serious economic problems to the people around. You think that road is the worst road in all of West Africa? Which part of West Africa have you been to? go to Ashaiman and go to the Weja in Bakra. What's the name of the place? The place, I've forgotten. Behind. Okay. But yeah, that road is bad. The Usuansa Road, and it needs to be fixed. I thought that the construction of the Adenta Dodua Road would take into consideration some of these other community roads and have them fixed. But, well, maybe they will be fixed, maybe they will not. But let me tell you, look. This month, the world of finance comes to Accra. Be part of the prestigious ACI World Congress, Accra 2026, is delivering more than an experience. It has over 500 global experts, innovators, and financial leaders from Africa, Europe, Asia, and beyond. And they will gather to shape the future of capital markets, forex exchange, investment banking, treasury, commodities, and risk management. It's proudly co-hosted by the Bank of Ghana and supported by global partners including Bloomberg, London Stock Exchange, Ghana Stock Exchange, SGS FX, Deutsche Group through 360T, and it's happening from May 21 to 22nd. So 21st May to 22nd at Kempinski, Gold Coast City, Accra. You enjoy insightful conversations, strategic networking, Ghanaian culture, and an elegant gala night. And it's the ACI World Congress, Accra 2026, where global finance meets, where global finance connects. And if you're planning for the future, begin that with decisions you make today. Save and invest early with EDC to build wealth and retire comfortably. One clear sign of financial growth is when your money starts working for you through steady returns and long-term wealth creation. And with EDC, you get professional fund management, flexible investment options, the potential for higher returns than ordinary savings, and financial security for retirement and your future goals. Your financial independence is possible with EDC. Sign up today. For inquiries, you call 0302 610 400 or WhatsApp 050 926 8414. Talk to EDC today. I have a lot of your messages. I received a voice note earlier this morning, and yesterday I received a message as well, and it's about the number of cattle and goat and sheep pens around the city. The voice note I got this morning was about the ones on the Kanda Highway and the ones in most parts of the city. I only explained to the people who sent the messages that we see the cattle and the sheep because Salah is coming, Eid al-Adha is coming. And the people who sell them bring them closer to the communities so that our Muslim brothers and sisters can buy the livestock they need for sacrifice. And the person retorted that, but that is not the right way to do it. They should be able to go to a place and buy the livestock and come and sacrifice. And then I asked, what places do you have in mind? What places have we built as part of our urban system to accommodate livestock? Do we have specific livestock markets even? And if we do, have we put in place the infrastructure for that? Do we have specifically designated areas we've not sold for real estate for even abattoirs to thrive? So I know those are some of the concerns that are coming in. And so the managers of the various assemblies, some of these livestock, they are crossing roads, they are becoming a nuisance. Find ways of fixing it. But I'd want to advise that generally, it's a thing that we've not planned for as a people. It's a need we've not planned for, and we are now suffering from the consequences. What can we do together to fix that? It will be great to know your thoughts on that as well. This message here is from Ben in Oibi, and I'm trying to open Ben's message. Ben says, "Good morning, Kojo. Talking about salaries and standards of living in Ghana. The least you talk about it, the better, Kojo. Please, let's talk about after the show." This is Ben in Oibi from Spotless Cleaning Services. Okay, Ben, I'll take your number and we'll talk after the show as you've requested. Francis in Oyarifa says, "Good morning, Kojo. Thanks to our diaspora families, they send us dollars every year. That's how we are surviving. If I didn't have those people abroad, I would not survive." But you know the people abroad are also really struggling. Like, they are really, really, really struggling. Okay, so when they send you the money, please use it judiciously. This message says, "Good morning, Joy FM. Your station I've been listening to since 1995 when I was in Accra High School, and I cherish your values and your hard work. I also believe your outfit gets results. I hardly like to comment on my feelings, but enough is enough. I live at Akwachre in the Ga West district near Amasaman. And trust me, if you don't even know how to dance, our roads here will teach you. How can a health worker and other professionals traverse such roads here and still give off their best at work each week, each month, year in, year out? It was just by miracle we didn't lose our baby, but others have lost theirs, and it's very sad. How can a road that was constructed in 2020 election year deteriorate so fast? We are bleeding. My wife, who is a health worker, had to come home by forced leave, because she's beginning to develop problems with her spine. Please help us by putting pressure on those in charge for us, because we are dying." And this person says he's sending a message from Akwachre, I hope I have the name right, in the Ga West Municipal Assembly behind Amasaman. Wow. Minister of Roads, you have a lot of work to do. And based on what you are doing and what you are seeing, I think you've not even done 10% of the work Ghanaians expect you to do. You have a lot of work to do, Minister of Roads. Let me tell you about AH Africom Travel and Tours Limited. If you're a Ghanaian supporter, you want to go and cheer on the Black Stars, they're making it easy. Their standard package is $9,300. The VIP package is $14,000. They're giving you round-trip international flights, travel insurance, match tickets for all 3 Ghana games, comfortable shared accommodation, and single occupancy for the VIPs. Visa assistance, guided sightseeing across all host cities, daily dinner and lunch for you, and ground transportation to all match venues. Enjoy a seamless, all-inclusive football experience with fellow fans. No stress, just pure excitement. Call them on 059-637-4618 or find them on the Agostino Neto Street, Airport Residential Area opposite the Diplomatic Shop. They have very limited slots available, so book now to secure your place. AH Africom Travel and Tours, your trusted partner for unforgettable journeys. And Electroland is still giving you a Chedie Kessie. Buy Samsung, TCL, Media, Nasco Electronics anywhere in Ghana and from any authorized dealer or reseller, and stand a chance to win big from Electroland. So your LED smart TVs, your split ACs, your double door fridges, auto grill gas cookers, washing machines, sound towers, everything. Buy the brands Samsung, TCL, Media, Nasco, Dial star 928 star 8888 hash, or you go to register.electrolandraffles.com to enter the weekly and monthly draws, and you can win big. This is approved by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Electroland Ghana Limited, rewarding your patronage the big way. And the Fidelity Bank Wheels and Homes Fair is also coming up. It's coming up. The fair is coming up 28th to 31st of May 2026 at the Good Park Accra Mall. If you are looking for a new car, your dream home, or the latest home appliances to spruce up your place and your space, you need to be at the Fidelity Bank Wheels and Homes Fair from the 28th to 31st of May 2026 at the Good Park. The Wheels and Homes Fair is powered by Fidelity Bank Ghana Limited. Fidelity Bank, believe with us. I still have some of your messages, but I need to take a breather so I can come back and wrap up with your messages here on the show. Stay with us. I'll be back.
Every mosquito study run away.
This advert is FDA approved.
Every day, the grind goes on. We chase the money. We chase the jobs. But sometimes, everything can wait.
Ghana have done it. Ghana heading to the 5th World Cup.
And in that moment, nothing else matters. Everything can wait. FIFA World Cup time has so, and all 104 games are live on SuperSport on Go TV from 11th June to 19th July. Reconnect today from as little as 98 Ghana cedis per Go TV. Love it.
Never felt this free before. I'm high and I'm getting higher.
Welcome to the Joy Sports World Cup Minute with me, Daniel Cranting. FIFA has introduced major rule changes to eradicate time wasting, improve match tempo, and update disciplinary protocols. The key updates include a visible 5-second countdown to throw-ins and goal kicks. If it takes longer, throw-ins result in a turnover of possession, while delayed goal kicks award a corner kick to the opposing team. Players being subbed off have exactly 10 seconds to leave the pitch. If they take longer, their incoming teammates must wait a minute on the sidelines, temporarily leaving the team with a player short. Any player receiving off-field treatment must leave the field of play and must wait off the pitch for 1 minute before returning, unless the injury was caused by a card-worthy foul. The VAR system can now review decisions regarding a second yellow card and corner kicks if a clear and obvious error has occurred. And that's all for the Joy Sports World Cup Minute with me, Daniel Cranting.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Sufre onyame se omboa na say nipa bibia beye, because what I'm hearing this morning, the messages I'm reading this morning, I know that life in Ghana is hard. But this morning, I'm reading Prof's report, listening to him, reading your messages. Life is hard in Ghana, and it's also super heartbreaking. Super, super heartbreaking. For example, Akosia from Oyarifa says that, look, I'm in the public sector, surviving on less than 3,500 cedis with 2 boys. My husband's income is not consistent. I do a lot of the foods, the domestics, and I'm always in a deficit and indebted from friends. Kojo, good morning. Life in Ghana. This is someone on 3,500. And if you live in Oyarifa and you go to work in town, I estimate you'll spend more than 1,000 cedis on transport. So she effectively has 2,500. Clothing has not come. Rent has not come. Even water. In fact, I received this message from an engineer friend of mine. He says, bro, a family of 5 in a house are likely to use 1 bag of sachet water daily. And it ranges from 11 and 13 cedis. So just the drinking water is approximately 350 Ghana cedis a month minus your GWCL monthly bills. Gone were the days we used to drink pipe-borne water. These days, you dare not. And drinking water is actually sweeping people's salary away. And this one says the issue about the livestock of the main streets and public areas. I hope those that are not so don't remain in those places. And my pharmacist friend who listens to this show consistently says, Prof didn't add meat or proteins to the cost of living analysis. You want us to add meat and protein to the cost of living analysis? Go to some of the rural areas. A family sits by a bowl of tuo or banku or akple or Chris Brown and konkonte. A bowl, like sometimes it's like it will weigh like 3 kilos. Family of 4 with hot pepper. And it's a hot bowl. They have to eat it. If they are lucky, they have a peteshi to lay the foundation. If they are not lucky, they eat it raw. And I'm saying this because I've seen them myself. I've experienced all these myself. A lot needs to be done. Well, if you're going to the World Cup this June, Match Experience Hospitality knows exactly how to turn your matches into a lifetime memory, and they are giving you front row access to football's biggest stage in absolute style. If you are thinking VIP stadium seating, exclusive lounges, gourmet dining, priority access, talk to Match Experience Hospitality. 055-155-1119. 055-155-1199. Or go to matchexphospitality.com or walk into any Absa Bank branch for more information and payment. The 2026 World Cup experience is brought to you by Match Experience Hospitality with Absa Bank as the official banking partner and Glyco as the official travel insurance partner. If you want to drive and save money, 70% on costs on transport, you need to consider driving an electric vehicle. All electric, all style, zero fuel, zero noise. And they are brought to you by Drive EV. They are not just selling electric cars, they are launching a movement. And they have amazing bank partners who give you instant approval on your loans, great interest rates, and super flexible terms. So if you are looking for that electric vehicle today, talk to them. 059-651-3056 and 055-413-6410. Drive EVGH, drive into a sustainable future. I remember that they have the X-Charge EV network across the city. So when you buy your EVs, you don't have to worry about charging because they have the networks across the city you can always charge. And Kingdom Books and Stationery is giving you quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices. You don't need to drive to their office. You go to kingdomstoreonline.com and you can buy, you pay with Momo. They will arrange free delivery for you in Accra and Tema. And if you are not in Accra and Tema, wherever you are, they will arrange delivery for you within a reasonable time. Terms and conditions, however, apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And look, MTN has brought the latest phone, HMD Arc. HMD Arc is the brand new phone for only 899 Ghana cedis. You enjoy great internet speed on your phone and you get 2.5 gig data every single month for 6 months. New phone, fast 4G, nice pictures, free data, more social media every month from MTN. Into also Kojo there. Visit any MTN service center and dealer shops nationwide to grab your HMD Arc today. And the Africa Futures Leaders Institute of Global Affairs, AFLIGA, is inviting you to the 6th AFLIGA Fireside Dialogue under the theme Africa's role and agency in global affairs, past, present, and future, prospects and challenges. This is on Thursday, 21st of May, 2026. That is tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the African Regent Hotel. And it's a very important dialogue you don't want to miss. The event will also be online through Africa's Vision 2050 Hub. Expect keynote presentations, expert panel discussions, and interactive audience engagement focused on shaping Africa's future. I'm wrapping up here on the show. I'm tempted to play the song from Pharrell, Daft Punk featuring Pharrell Williams, Fat Man Scoop, Pitbull, and T.I. The title of the song is Get Lucky. Yes, and I'm tempted to play that song for you. Like the legend of the Phoenix, all ends with the beginnings. What keeps the planet moving are our hopes and our dreams and our hard work. We've all come too far to give up. So even though it's been a gloomy morning, we've come too far to give up. Let's rise together like the Phoenix. Let's rise together and see how we can solve our problems. That's a song I want to end the show with, but I'll do that after reading a couple more messages. I'm working with a bank as a contract staff, and I'm being paid 2,440 Ghana cedis. A whole bank. We complain, and they tell us that if you're tired, you can resign. This is Ghana. And the banks, if you're reporting all these profits, why don't you consider moving your contract staff into regular staff and giving them better conditions of service and all that? Every day, we profit, this. What prevents you from spreading the profits into employing people in the regular system and stopping this contract business? This message says, his report on cost of living is very insightful. Kudos. But his response to your question about what we should do needs to be relooked. He mentioned that our labor books say we will be moving from minimum wage to living wage. The Labor Act doesn't say so. Living wage is aspirational. Employers can be encouraged to pay the living wage. In fact, but not to make it a law like the minimum wage, it's an issue that needs to be carefully looked at, else you will cripple businesses. Secondly, let's bring in the issue of productivity. Okay. Thank you for this message. This message says, good morning, SMS. Please wish my daughter, Negida Ayeko Aite of Gracefield School a happy blessed birthday. May she age graciously from her sister Ayeki and mommy Aya Aite of Stanbic Bank, Ghana, IT department. Last message. Good morning, Kojo. Please, the road from Pukwasi to Maira is so bad. As it's raining this morning, that's why the place is called Maira. You are lost. So the road, is lost. They won't fix it. Just kidding. We'll put it together and send to the ministry. Kofi Mensah in Teshinungwa will be our last message. He says, as you are talking about low salaries, be informed that one of the state's newspapers has been on its knees since 2022. As we speak, mass salaries of workers have not been paid. I drew attention to this since 2023, but I didn't hear anything. Please find out what exactly is wrong with that state's newspaper. And if it needs government intervention, let's push for it. And any worker who tries to put this information into the media space will be victimized. Please help your colleagues in the media space. This is Kofi Mensah from Teshi. Kofi Mensah, we've got it. We'll follow up on it. This is Get Lucky, Daft Punk, Pharrell Williams, like the legend of the Phoenix. Let's rise together. Keep listening to Joy. My name is Kojo, Akoto Boateng. God bless you for your messages.